Pleasant good evening to you from the north side of Ankeny. It is the Centennial Jaguars hosting the Waukee Warriors, a top 5 matchup in Class 5A. Waukee number 2, Centennial number 5. And we'd like to think the number 1 crew gets the game. They're not here. So Andy Pollock along with Paul Yeager, glad to have you here for this one. As Andy, if there was the ability to have fans here tonight, you guarantee there would be a hard time finding a spare seat for either the girls' game or the boys.
Correct. We've got a couple really fun games here tonight. With, like you mentioned, a top 5 matchup in the girls' game. Centennial coming in at number 4, Waukee coming in at number 2. Waukee really just hasn't had much of an opportunity to flex their muscle throughout the course of this year. But, you know, we talked so much this year. We've had some marquee matchups of games that would have so many fans at them, would have some incredible atmospheres for them. And these girls and guys just haven't had that opportunity to experience that this year. And, It's going to be fun tonight regardless, because I expect a very up-tempo matchup, especially in this game number 1.
It's been really hard for Waukee to even, as Coach Chris Guest told me just about 2 minutes ago, we got to shake the rust off. They've only played 5 games. They were off for almost 3 weeks due to COVID issues. And then right at the end of that, they had a weather delay last Tuesday night. So when it rains, it pours. And also, we do have a developing storyline tonight. Katie Dinnebeer not in the lineup. She is not in uniform tonight. So you got one of the best players in 5A not playing against one of the toughest defensive traditional teams. That creates a whole lot of headaches. And if you had hair, you'd have pulled it out by now if you were a coach.
We had to go there already.
I didn't mean you.
It's early
I didn't mean you.
Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, I mean, 2 different things. First of all, obviously, if you're Chris Guest for Waukee, that throws a wrinkle into your plans. And he's from what we can gather, he's had an opportunity for at least a few hours to process this, to get things together, to put a game plan together. But if you're Scott DeYoung for Centennial, you're walking out here. You had a plan to stop her, correct? I mean, that's what you're thinking. I said it last week in the broadcast. You do not want to be the other team's best player if you're going against a Scott DeYoung coach team. Well, you know, Katie Dinnebeer tonight not around. That the plan was going to be to shut her down. So now who do you stop? And there's a lot of different storylines that will develop throughout the course of the evening. For instance, who's going to step up for Waukee? Who's going to be that next, the one that's going to drain the shot? They've got the weapons over there. It's just a matter of who it's going to be to step up.
Well, it could be the legal firm of Kelderman and Kelderman, because the twins have been a long part of this program. Always a good player, but do, frankly, play in the shadow of Dinnebeer. Everybody does, not by the sense of she's a ball hog. She's just a good player, but Kelderman's now tonight, they're going to be asked to do a lot more.
No doubt, and Waukee's going to be that up-tempo, push everything, press you coming off the bus type of team. So they're gonna find their points. Their defense translates to a lot of offense for what they do, and it's going to be an up-and-down game. Centennial is a team that not used to scoring as much as what they have this year. So I expect to see a lot of points put up tonight.
Well, and you also have Reagan Bartholomew. So the junior, as always, she's 11 points a game. Peyton Kelderman, 11 points a game. Lindsay, 9. So now you're going to have to ask Abigail Jones to step up. It's something that's just part of this year, and it's just something that these teams have had to deal with. There's one thing that Waukee hasn't lost, and they're still going to have to figure out a way to stop one of the best players in the state as well, in Maggie Phipps.
And Maggie Phipps has been a huge addition for Centennial this year. She does everything for them, runs the show, leading scorer, gets everybody else involved. She's just been an excellent way to augment what was going to be a pretty decent team already, but you had a Division I Drake basketball recruit to it all, and you just become that much better in everything that you do.
All right, we will take a quick break. We'll come back with the keys to the game and also some other points of interest as we get you ready for 10-1 Centennial and 4-1 Waukee in a moment here on CISM.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Waukee, number 2 in Class 5A. Centennial, they are 5th in Class 5A. And tonight, the Waukee girls know Katie Dinnebeer, but that doesn't mean that they don't have key players to the game, Andy Pollock. Reagan Bartholomew, the junior. Why is she important?
Well, she's going to be that next body in, right? I was about to say next man in, but we're doing a girls' game right now. So at 11 points per game, she gets the job done down low as well at 7 rebounds a game. So Reagan at 5'10" is going to be one of the bigger bodies that they run at Centennial tonight, whereas Centennial doesn't have a ton of the 6 foot and taller. They do have a lot of 5'10", 5'11" type bodies in there. So that height is going to be very important with Reagan.
And for Centennial, one of their key players is the senior, and you know Coach DeYoung always talks about her. He's always quick to mention Bella Robin.
And blue collar is an overused term, but that's the best term to describe what Bella Robin does for the Centennial squad. Seems to be around the ball everywhere it goes. Gets a lot of rebounds, and the comparison I made to her several times throughout the course of this year is a Dennis Rodman type player. She's not really involved in the offense, but she keeps a lot of plays extended by what she does on the glass.
All right, so now if you are Waukee tonight with no Dinnebeer, your keys are a little different, but they are still kind of the same for the Warriors.
It is, no doubt. In the Warriors, being consistent. They haven't really reached that level this year of playing a lot of games and seeing what they can do. They're nowhere close there to what they can do, what they can accomplish on the season. So that consistent play, good shooting, and then obviously defending the whole floor. Centennial's going to force them to be spread out. There's great spacing on the Centennial team, and they're going to force them to defend the whole floor. Great communication on the Waukee defense is going to be key tonight.
And if you're Centennial, Andy?
Well, Coach DeYoung has talked about this the last couple of weeks, and that is be very much more aggressive on the offensive side of things. And he wants to see those girls, as they get towards tournament play right now, getting that best team in foul trouble. So aggressive play on the offensive end. They've been very good on the rebounding side of things, but then also taking away the three-point shot. If there's been an Achilles heel to this team this year, and I'm not sure you can say if Achilles heel may be a little bit strong,
right.
But it's been, when teams drive in, they like to collapse and stop it inside, and they've left a lot of wide-open three-point shots. Now, they'll force you to play at a little bit faster pace than what you're used to, but definitely taking away that three-point shot and, again, communicating on defense.
I just love how this matchup on paper every year is always a good one. This year especially. This is a big test game for both of these teams, Andy, for a number of reasons. One, anything can happen on any given night when a player goes down and the coach finds out on the bus ride over or however it is. But before I let you know this, that the keys to the game are brought to you by a family-led business guided by their core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity. Check out the all-new Diamond Ford in Indianola at Diamond. That's DEYARMAN Ford.com. No R in there. It's just Andy. My eyes have left me. Your hair, my eyes, together we're making ourselves. Your hair's.
We're two hair references into the evening already.
No, the first one, I got to be honest, was not. That was meant to be metaphorical. But no, this is a game. All sorts of things are at play in this season. This is a season unlike any other for all the reasons that everybody knows and all the reasons that we don't. There's underlying stories within a team, within a locker room, players. But here's the thing, they're not in class together as much as they were at one time, or if they are, they're not close to each other. This is just a whole thing that two veteran coaches, I mean, these are two of the best coaches the Iowa girl has ever seen, and they're coaching against each other tonight.
Dealing with high school sports in general is so much more than just X's and O's out on the court. You kind of become a life coach in a lot of different realms, and you have this year you had the added element of COVID that on any given point could keep someone out on a given night. It's all about who can adjust, who can roll with the punches better.
Well, I'm going to try and roll my way into a break. The starting lineups when we return. Waukee and Centennial, a doozy coming up here on CISM.
Bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Chevy bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Waukee and Centennial. They got the lights down. They got the teams warming up. The last bit of instruction going on. Chris Guess and Scott DeYoung. There's a look at Chris Guess on the left side of your screen. Let's go down and meet our starting lineups.
Centennial High School and Jaguar basketball. Tonight's game will match. It's a CIML conference game. Waukee comes into the rights contest with a 4-1 record. They are coached by Chris Guess. He is assisted by Sherry Guess, Dustin Alvin, Ashton Yossi, Kaisha Brown, Todd Schneider, Courtney Burrow, and Abby Miller. Ankeny Centennial has a 10-1 record, and they are coached by Scott DeYoung. In his 28th season at Ankeny and his 8th season at Ankeny Centennial, he is assisted by Dave Brunchy, Rachel Hinders, and Andy Fay. Now, let's meet the starting lineups first for our visitors from Waukee. Starting at a guard, a 5'6" senior, number 2, Lindsay Kilmer. At a guard, a 5'8" senior, number 14, Peyton Kilmer. At a third guard, a 6'2" junior, number 30, Abigail Jones. Rounding out the guard court for the Warriors, a 5'10" junior, number 32, Reagan Bartholomew. And at a forward, 5'9" senior, number 34, Megan 30. And now for our home team, our Ankeny Centennial Jaguars. Starting at a guard, 5'8" senior, number 2, Ella Robbins. At a guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 10, Avery Porter. At a third guard for the Jaguars, a 5'11" senior, number 15, Jeffy Pippins. Rounding out the guard court for the Jaguars, a 5'11" senior, number 23, Maggie Phipps. And at the forward position, a 5'10" junior, number 40, Ellie Streets. Our officials for tonight's game, Joe Townsell, Dave Souther, and Scott Cook. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please...
We'll take a quick break. The starting lineups after this.
Turn your attention to a flag at either end of the gym.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Back at Centennial High School, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for your visiting Waukee Warriors, who are 4-1, Lindsay Kellerman, Peyton Kelderman, Abigail Jones, Reagan Bartholomew, and Megan Ernie. That's Kelderman, Jones, Bartholomew, and Ernie. For Centennial, Bella Robin, Avery Porter, Jackie Pippett, Maggie Phipps, and Ellie Street. Robin, Porter, Pippett, Phipps, and Street. 10-1 Centennial, 4-1 Waukee. Andy Pollock, final words before tip.
If Waukee can set the tempo early on, I think and get up and down the floor, Centennial doesn't go that deep. I think you'll see a huge advantage for the Warriors to get started in this one.
Warriors in all black. Centennial is in white. The tip is up. The ball is tipped, and there we are, ready to go. Maggie Phipps with it, as Centennial will be on the left side of your viewing browser tonight. Robin with it, top of the key. Guarded by Kelderman on the switch out. The drive, the scoop underneath, no good. And the rebound out for Waukee.
It's like a box and one look, really, for Waukee to get started. They're going to try to take Maggie Phipps out of the game.
Reagan Bartholomew on her way to the basket is fouled. And it's going to be Robin whistled for it. Team first and her first as well. Inbounding it is Peyton Kelderman. She gets it into her sister Lindsay. Jones with the basketball, getting the last minute start and plays a Dinnebeer. Top of the key, three on the way, off the back side of the iron for Ernie. That shot's no good. Robin wrestles it away.
Long defensive possession for Centennial to have to defend.
Transition Jay. Phipps touches it for the first time on the offense. Steps underneath, misses it, and it's rebound to Waukee Warriors. One of them being Bartholomew.
Phipps battling down low just by the looks of it. Waukee not going to give her a lot of clean looks early on. Those might be some of the better ones she'll get.
Pass and cut. Bartholomew swatted away by Robin. Porter. In low, denied to Jackie Pippett, and she is fouled.
Waukee had extended their defense trying to come up and get the steal as they did the entry pass to Jackie Pippett, and once she was able to corral the ball, just nobody left, no chance but to foul her. And Jackie Pippett has a crafty way about herself around the basket. It's been very good there this year.
And she breaks the scoring ice with the first point on a free throw. 1 of 2, 2-0 early. Centennial the lead.
Interesting seeing Ellie Street down here on Peyton Kelderman. Ellie, the one who a lot of times will draw the best scorer for the team that is playing Centennial.
Ernie cuts, and her shot looks more like a pass that goes out of bounds.
Shows you the level of respect that Coach Scott DeYoung has for Peyton Kelderman. Both teams will do a very good job. It's going to be a matter of who can step up outside of the top scorers, because you know both teams have a plan to take away the top scorers for each team.
Swish, Avery Porter for 3.
Avery Porter, not a whole lot of offense out of her this year, but has a very high shooting percentage from downtown. Not one you want to leave open for that shot.
Kelderman. Jones for 3. Misses. Rebound, Phipps, who pushes tempo. Ellie Street in transition. Goes, fakes right, goes left. Somehow can't get it to fall. Trying to coax that one down. Lindsay. 3 on the way, and dialed in is Reagan Bartholomew for 3.
That was one of the keys that Coach Chris Guest talked to us about before the game, is the ability to shoot the three-point shot, and they've certainly put a lot of them up so far here early in the first 3 minutes of this one.
Phipps kicks. The shot from the right wing, and Ellie Street is no good. Kelderman up ahead, and that ball is out of bounds.
Ellie Street's got long arms, can be very disruptive. Her and Bella Robin both can be very disruptive on the defensive end. It's not, when I was growing up, they called them deflects. Not necessarily a steal, but just something to take the offense out of the pace of a game.
Waukee trying to find some kind of offense here. Trying to figure out how these pieces are going to work on the floor. Kelderman. Bartholomew dribbles right, then pulls back out. Phipps on her like a shirt. Now drive. Good defense. Turnaround, fade move. High off the glass. No good for Bartholomew. Rebound Centennial.
And those are the shots that'll fall eventually for Reagan Bartholomew. Great job to get open and create the separation.
Turnover. Waukee has a chance again here as we're under 4. Lindsay with it now in the right wing. Shot is short. Tipped away, Jackie Pippett corrals.
Both teams just looking out of sorts really so far here. Some shots very early in possessions.
Pippett blocked by Jones. Now up ahead. Nice move and 2. Megan Ernie. We're tied.
Ernie with a really nice slide step right there at the basket to create that space to really give herself a wide open layup.
We've hardly seen Maggie Phipps touch the basketball. She does now, shoots the 3, way off the mark. Rebound, Bartholomew. In transition 3 and dials it in, and it's an 8-0 run for the Warriors.
The Warriors in that, you call it a break, more of a secondary break type look. No one really able to identify Bartholomew in that transition. Wide open 3 for her.
Warriors go up 3. Back-to-back threes. Actually, that was Bartholomew has had the threes, I should say, and Ernie scored in between then. What are you saying right now in that Centennial huddle?
Well, you want to slow up the tempo and get that ball stopped earlier in the possession. Waukee able to run up and down the court and get Centennial moving quite a bit, get those buckets in transition. So get the ball stopped earlier, closer to the half-court line.
Yeah, you might not have Dinnebeer, but you certainly got Bartholomew's defense. She has been in the hip pocket of Maggie Phipps all night.
Well, and they just haven't had good looks at the basketball or at the basket in general. So being patient on the offensive end, you don't have to take it just because you can.
Street over the left side. 3. Good! McKenna Clark. We're tied.
Again, one of those people that we haven't talked about a whole lot offensively, steps up with a wide open 3 look there.
15-footer falls short for Kelderman, ripped away by Jones, and she is going to be fouled on the rebound. And it's going to be charged to Olivia Anderson. Liv came in at the last whistle as well.
Cameron Weir's out on the floor for Waukee, and she is someone that's been pointed out for just how hard she's had to work to get back to playing shape, and very excited about what she brings to this Warrior squad.
3 launched and connected. Lindsay Kellerman.
I love the look for Kelderman because after she gets it from Weirs, the ball is kept right at her face level the whole time. Never comes down, in rhythm. She got the ball right where she can shoot it. Great look for the Warriors.
In transition, in the middle of the paint, fadeaway, Lizzie Strom.
Just a lot of muscle there.
3, no. Rebound Anderson. 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
Just no time to breathe against this Waukee team. They will make you pay right away.
Phipps. Street connects. Leaves it at the door for Anderson, who muscles it in.
Anderson with the old move that you learn right away when you play basketball, the up and under. Got Weirs up on the pump fake, was able to go underneath her and get the layup.
Jaguars back with the lead. 3 on the way. Rolls around Megan Ernie. Ernie for 3.
Again, no time to breathe. Waukee right back down there for the bucket.
3 on the way, no good. Rebound back to Clark as we approach a minute. Phipps for 3 is good. Wow, what a game, Andy.
Phipps, just an outstanding catch and shoot. The ball comes out so fast, there's no time to recover on defense. Kelderman right there, just not able to get her hands up because Phipps gets rid of it so quick.
You shoot 2, I'll shoot 3. We'll call it good.
Boy, after a slow start to this game, we've picked up the tempo big time.
Kelderman's shot is a pass to Phipps. Problem is, Phipps is wearing the other colored jersey. Maggie Phipps has it tipped away. Gets it back. Clark, who came in at the last timeout. And now Centennial going to be tried to content for 1. Street, 3. Strom, they didn't give her the memo. The Clark fights away. It's going to be tipped off of McKenna Clark. Back in is Avery Porter, and going out is Phipps for the final 20.1.
I think Clark thought that ball actually went off Kelderman, and it did not, according to the officials. I love the tempo of this game right now. I really question that Centennial will be able to go up and down with Waukee the way they push the tempo the whole game and what they're used to.
Well, that's been the thing about this Centennial team this year, Andy, is they're just different than their DNA. More run and gun. 4 up on a line for the final 3 seconds. Kelderman tries to find space. 1 second, gets the shot up at the buzzer. Good! And the Warriors take the lead after 1, 16-15.
Score at the end of the first quarter. Waukee 16.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
He's saying it's not on the CISN site. Oh, hi, everybody. We're back. It is on the CISN site. It's also on YouTube, as we've been all year. That's Andy Pollock on Paul Yeager. First quarter in, Andy. Woo! We needed a break for 60 seconds.
quick breather, and everybody's ready to go once again as we have had an up and down game so far after a slow start for about 3.5 minutes. 3-point shots, layups, fast break layups, defense. It's got everything so far.
Megan Lance tries to clear a little room. Now Jones, who got the start tonight. Kelderman with it. The right elbow. A little more deliberate now from Waukee. Inside, Jones, turnaround left, high off the glass, good.
That's a good look. There's great spacing for Waukee, so there's no one left to help for Centennial once Jones gets the ball down on a low block. Does anyone in 4A play better 2-3 zone defense than what Waukee does?
I don't know. You could say a lot of these two teams do a lot of things well that nobody else can do, but each and every year, just great consistent programs from these two schools. Chris Guess in his 30th year of coaching, 19th at Waukee. 3, no good. Rattles around. Jackie Pippett rebounds it. Now it's back to Clark. Robin. She doesn't get a clean look, but she does drive anyway, and she'll shoot 2.
That's the key spot to get the ball in that 2-3 zone. If you can get at the high block, you really create a numbers advantage. Get everybody to collapse on you. No one's got that area. It's a soft underbelly, if you will, the old history buff in me will call it. And you can really put a lot of pressure on a 2-3 zone defense right there. Centennial going without Phipps in the game at the moment, just seeing what Waukee would want to do without their leading scorer in the game, how they'll defend him. They bring her back in right now, and you're going to see Waukee have to communicate a lot of different things now on defense as they have made a concerted effort to take Maggie Phipps out of the game tonight.
They gave Phipps the last 20 seconds of the first quarter and then the first minute and a half of the second, as the second free throw from Robin is no good. So it remains a 2-point advantage for Waukee. Kelderman to Kelderman. That's Bartholomew. Again, very aggressive, way out front defense from Centennial.
Well, this is what Waukee will do. They'll do some of that non-moving, that false motion, and then just like this, all of a sudden you'll get a cutter and have a wide open shot.
Weirs misses the left-handed layup, and Centennial gets the board.
We saw somewhere in the neighborhood of 8-10 passes around the perimeter, really not accomplishing anything, and then just like that, you get a cutter and you get a layup.
Clark didn't really look to took the shot. She looked to pass the whole time. Pippett was supposed to come left. She went right. Kelderman stepped in the way. Transition 2, way off the mark. Rebound, Jones. Back to Kelderman again. This time Peyton hits it. She now has 5.
The wide open look just had a little hitch in it the first time and was nowhere close, but give her 2 shots, she's going to hit that almost every time.
The lead is 6. Clark tries to clear a little space. Porter, now Pippett. Pippett has not been in the paint a lot tonight with the basketball. They've had a hard time getting it down to her. 3, Anderson, no good. Ball goes right, trap in the corner, not there quick enough. Bartholomew escapes, Peyton Kelderman with it. Gets it to her sister, Lindsay. Bartholomew 3, good!
Again, key to the game for Waukee is hit the 3-point shot, and they have been deadly here for about the last 8 minutes of this ball game.
We'll take a break. Centennial trails Waukee.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Waukee has connected on 5 3-pointers, Centennial 3. That's the new way of the game. But Centennial's going to have to chip away at this 8-point deficit, biggest of the game.
Centennial, not a lot of clean looks tonight on the offensive end. Notice some forced shots, just out of tempo from what they usually are, and a good defensive team like Waukee will do that to you.
Trying to get a screen for Phipps. She squirts out and gets a shot off, and then Robin collects the rebound.
We talked about Bella Robin in the pregame and what she can bring to a team. The garbage buckets may not be the most pretty term to describe it, but that's really what she does.
I have yet to see on a score sheet what garbage points look like. They all look points in the book, kind of like a baseball, softball hit. Looks like a line drive, even if it's a duck snort to right.
Maybe that's what we need to start calling those, the duck snorts.
Well, that's an old Quad Cities Tom Cornelis reference back from the day, the old duck snort. Tom also said a few other things on the air that you can't say anymore. So
well, we're on the internet.
We're on the internet, so anything goes, right? It is a family broadcast.
I noticed Devin, our producer, starts to sweat a little bit as soon as we brought that up.
Reese was like, "What are you guys doing, huh?" He was running the camera. He was going to point it on us if we were going to go blue. See, he can't even hear us. That's what makes it even better for him. Driving up tonight to the high school, I was like, man, I'd love to see this parking lot full of cars wanting to see this game. So we know you might be watching from home. Libby Lampy into the ball game wearing number 12. He's had the basketball a couple of times. So the Warriors getting in a lot of players trying to, as Coach Guest said, shake that rust off. Oh, nice cut. Bartholomew is fouled by Pippett. You could quantify that as a hard foul.
Yeah, Pippett was in good position, but they came down with a hand at the very end. She found herself really in a great spot. But, again, false motion, everything around out here, and then suddenly gets them on that cut. Creates a wide-open look. Good mismatch creation for Waukee.
Bartholomew hits the first.
Very impressive. First time I've seen Waukee girls play this year. And very impressed with the patience that they use on offense. I thought early on maybe they forced a couple things in the first couple minutes, but just so patient on offense, creating themselves some very good looks.
Well, there's just been not many opportunities to see Waukee play. They opened the year on the 21st of December against Ankeny with a win. Then they beat Council Bluffs Abe Lincoln the next night. Then they didn't play until after Christmas, beat Dowling. Then they lost to Johnston on the 8th of January by 6. Beat Valley, and they really only have about 5-6 games left on the schedule before tournaments.
Well, they're going to try to fill up that schedule with as many games as possible between now and then as everybody's scrambling to try to fill up that schedule and get those game-ready looks. The tempo just so much different when you're out here playing against 5 starters on the other team as opposed to the next 5 on your team.
3 on the way and good, Avery Porter.
Porter with a couple of those tonight. Nice shot in rhythm as she catches it over on the corner. Great look, and she's the one that can really help shoot Centennial back. I say back into this one. They're only down 4, but really get them back into the flow of this game offensively. It's been a very disjointed look for them tonight.
Inside, Ernie. Now Bartholomew. The left. Good.
Yeah, great look by Bartholomew. She drives into the lane. Again, so much space on the Waukee offense, just no chance for anybody for Centennial to help. And earlier when they were, you saw some great looks from 3, and Waukee able to hit those as well. And that's what makes this team so deadly.
Street with it on the right wing. Inside, Anderson. Shuffles, shoots, misses. Rebound, Street. Back to, that's Avery Porter. And now Maggie Phipps. Inside, taken away, Lindsey Kelderman.
She dropped all the way down from the top, down to about 4 feet away, able to sneak in and make that steal.
Bartholomew, just a junior, has committed to Fort Hays State. And she is being asked a lot tonight. Kelderman, 3. No. Ernie, the putback.
Ernie right there, the three-point shot. Really what caused the issue is you have a late closeout on the 3 and created a lot of space for an offensive board to be got. And Ernie making the most of that second chance.
Lead extended to 8. Now we have a tie up underneath. Slow to get up is Maggie Phipps and Lindsay Kelderman.
Away from the basketball, you saw the Kelderman and Phipps both go down hard. Left the official no chance but to call something. Not even sure he saw the entire situation there.
So Lindsay Kelderman is whistled in that exchange. Centennial trying to cut into this 8-point lead. Anderson, turnaround, good.
Olivia Anderson, again, one of those players that we don't talk a whole lot about what she does on offense, but playing with a lot more confidence we've seen here in the second quarter tonight. That time the turnaround goes to her left, and a great look for her.
Waukee, a 30-second timeout at the 38-second mark. They lead by 6 to the Warriors. We mentioned Lindsay and Peyton Kelderman both headed to Northwest Missouri State, but the road has been a little harder for Lindsay. She had a knee injury back in the spring, trying to get back to work. Kind of hard to get that summer work. It's been hard for anybody to get the summer work in. But she's averaging 9 points a game. Have seen Lindsay and Peyton play at the state tournament for a couple of times, and they sure would like to get there again.
We've had the opportunity over the last couple of years to watch a lot of Waukee basketball, and it's been fun to see the up tempo. We're sitting here. It feels like this game, the tempo's been good. It doesn't feel like a whole lot of high scoring, but we're staring down the barrel of almost 30 points here in the first quarter. That's a pretty good clip in Iowa high school basketball with no shot clock.
Those were some of the scores for an entire game back in 1993 when 6-player went away. Now we can see that in a quarter.
Waukee content, looks like, to hold for 1.
25 seconds. Bartholomew with the basketball, guarded by Phipps. Gonna just play a pass, pull, and go. Now you're gonna have to 5-second count if you're not worried. Bartholomew gets the handoff. Kelderman, 3, goes high. So does the rebound. Thrown up, tipped away, and stepping on the line. It's going to be Waukee basketball. I thought Lindsay Kelderman had her foot on the line, but I think the ball must have gone out.
I think the ball hit out of bounds already before. At that point. Just enough time right now with 0.7 seconds left for a catch and shoot.
Kelderman gets it in. The shot thrown. No good, and almost got it. The Waukee extends their lead. They scored right at the end of the first half. They go into the break up 29-23, so it is a 13-8 second quarter for Waukee. As they win the quarter, we take a break. We'll recap scores, look at other games, and get you ready for the boys' game when we come back.
Bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Chevy bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Back here at halftime, it is Centennial and Waukee. The Warriors lead 29-23. Quick look at scores. Lindsey Kelderman with 3. For Waukee, 5 for Peyton Kelderman. One of those coming via the 3. Abigail Jones getting the start tonight in place of Katie Dinnebeer has 2. 12 for Reagan Bartholomew, 6 for Megan Ernie, for a total of 29 points for the Jaguars. 3 from Bella Robbins, 6 Avery Porter, 3 McKenna Clark, Liv Anderson with 4, 2 for Jackie Pippett, 3 for Maggie Phipps via the 3, Lizzie Strom 2, Ellie Street yet to score. Andy, first half impressions.
Well, Reagan Bartholomew's had her way really with Centennial down low. A couple three-pointers included with that, but just really does a nice job with the ball in her hands and around the basket. You know, the Waukee, the patience on offense, I think, has been the key. They forced Centennial into defending deep into possessions, and just when you're least expecting it, or at least I'm least expecting it, they will spring free and get themselves an open look.
So other games tonight going on: Urbandale at Ames, Valley at East, Southeast Polk at Hoover, Grinnell at Indianola, Fort Dodge at Lincoln, Johnston at Marshalltown, Mason City at North, Ankeny at Des Moines Roosevelt. Ankeny leads by a point at last check in the second quarter. Linn-Mar at Cedar Falls, Wash at Prairie, Iowa City West at Dubuque Senior, Kennedy at Waterloo West, City High at Western Dubuque. I don't know how much you've been looking on the east side of the state, but Waterloo West made a run last year at state. Dr. Tony Pappas, you want to talk about a legendary coach in his own right. He's got a pretty darn good team. At last check by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, the Warriors of West Waterloo, or the Wahawks, they're knocking on the door in that top 5. They're number 3 right now behind this Waukee team. That's a really good basketball team. And Johnston, though, is leading the case. Now, I just found out right before the game, as I'm looking for my schedule, as I stall long enough, I'll find it. Johnston and Waukee played once. The Dragons won both of those games, both boys and girls, both great contests.
Only loss for Waukee, both on the boys and girls side.
They're going to play Thursday night now. They were supposed to play Wednesday, but now that game will be on Thursday, as Waukee is going to play Abe Lincoln of Des Moines instead. So you were kind of talking about it, and the action kind of got into covering it up, Andy. How important is it to have – we just don't have those games that were on the schedule that said, all right, we're going to go play West, we're going to go play City High, we're going to go play Pleasant Valley. You got to just find what other game you can now, and if it's against a good opponent, we'll call that a bonus.
Well, in a given year, these teams are going to play 19, 20 games during the course of a regular season, and it gives you a chance to, well, several things. First of all, it gets your top players a chance to get game reps, get that game speed, and there's nothing like running up and down the floor when you're playing as hard as you possibly can every rep. Well, the other thing that it does is in blowout games or, maybe in spot duty, you get a chance to see what maybe some other gals can do or other guys, if you're talking boys basketball, and what they can do. And in Waukee's case, there hasn't been many opportunities to do that yet this year. And looking forward, there just won't be many opportunities to do that.
Had a chance to ask Chris Guest yesterday. I said, hey, what did you do during that shutdown? He says, hey, we have a website where the girls – we had workouts for them and video links posted available for the kids who were able to work out at home. Now, not all the players were able because if they were positive, sometimes the health effects, you just can't do that workout. And that's the other part of this is sometimes if you are positive, there are side effects, very serious side effects, and it just impacts everybody differently. So always a challenge, but as Coach Guest says, also this team is a work in progress, especially you would normally have 5 games before Christmas. And here we are on the 2nd day of February, Andy. And I can't let you answer that question, unfortunately, because I'm being told, Paul, wrap it up. We'll take a quick break. Second half after that.
Bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Chevy bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Hey, before we get started here in the second half, I'd be remiss if I didn't say give some thoughts and prayers to our owner and operator, Peter Tarpey, on the loss of his wife, Mary Maloney, on Friday. The two of them have been long involved here at CISN. They started this company back with Greg Goley more than 10 years ago, and Mary's sudden passing is leaving a hole for a lot of us that knew her, knew him. Peter, we're thinking of you and the kids, and just no words. As I said to him this week, I said, I wish there was a way we could change this outcome. I know that Mary enjoyed going to the games and made sure that Peter was allowed us to do this. So if you've watched CISN at all over the last 10 years, those two have been a big part of it, and we're thinking of them both.
Well, and I had a chance to talk to several coaches and athletic directors as well, and they all echoed a lot of the same thoughts that you just had of what they've been through and just how much Peter and Mary have meant to Central Iowa sports over the last 10, 11 years.
And as Peter would say, get back to the action, move on down, and that's what Centennial is going to try to do as we start the third quarter here. They miss on their first opportunity, and so does Waukee on their first shot, and it's going to be a loose ball right into the arms of Avery Porter, and she'll push the tempo up. Street with it on the right wing. Into the corner. Boy, I thought Porter maybe was going to pull that trigger. She had a couple of good looks early. They find her again. Coming up with it is Robin. Now to Phipps, who is just all over. Sorry about that, Andy. Lindsay Kelderman is whistled for the foul there.
And Kelderman, she's in good position, but she reaches that hand in late in between the screen and Phipps, and that's what got her for the foul. She's just been harassing Phipps all night.
But you know what? Anything, that is the way Phipps is going to see it. She is used to that. When she played at North Polk, you know that every team they always put their best defender on them. And she's getting that treatment. That's the star treatment. It's a matter of how you respond. And I got to say, Phipps is not forcing. They're not forcing the basketball into her. She step back, shoots that three. Now that looked like a forced shot.
Yeah, just not quite the rhythm look that she would want to have.
But she's not going to have easy shots in the Valley, so this is a very good learning moment, albeit a frustrating one. Bartholomew for Kelderman. Now back over to Lindsay from Peyton. Abigail Jones inside to Peyton. Bart for three. No. Rebound falling away, Ernie.
Ernie kind of got away with a little bit of a shove. Just nuanced enough to keep that possession alive and eventually get two.
Bartholomew for two breaks the scoring drought for both teams. Lead back up to 8.
Centennial's had a really tough time cracking this zone tonight, with Phipps being their outside shooter. And
there was supposed to be somebody on a cut from Pippett, so that was something they must have looked at. Turnaround left, she's blocked by Jones. Loose ball ripped away by Waukee's Megan Ernie. Kelderman, nice move to the left, leaves it behind. Ernie does it on the offensive side.
Again, the secondary break type look for Waukee. Didn't get everybody back for Centennial. Left a wide open look.
Timeout. Centennial, biggest lead of the game is 11 at 5:31.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Sometimes you can only play the schedule that's in front of you. Centennial has had big lopsided wins, but it's against teams with sub-500 records. They've beaten Ames and Ankeny, lost to Valley. Tonight, they lose the game against Roosevelt because of weather. There's some tough games ahead for Centennial, and this one, none tougher than the one in front of them right now. Street drives, leaves it for no one. It goes off of Waukee. It'll stay with Centennial.
Waukee has made nothing easy at all for Centennial tonight. Everything they do is challenged. Just every look is getting a hand on it. Very difficult for the Jaguars.
Phipps, Pippett. The shot is fouled. Pippett is fouled, and it looks like they're going to whistle Reagan Bartholomew.
And Bartholomew got herself into a pretty good position. We gave herself a little bit of a jump at the very end and got herself whistled for the foul.
Pippett is good. Pippett's 3 points have all come via the free throw line. First point of the game of the second half for Centennial. Back to 10. Now 9.
Centennial going to try to force the issue a little bit on defense.
Now Pippett's got to hustle back. Kick to the left, Jones for 3. Off the mark, Clark, who just entered the game, there for the weak side rebound, if it even did touch the iron.
Looking another little what they call a junk defense out of Waukee, as it looks like they're going to triangle and two look, and that flustered Clark.
Kelderman got a hand on it. She still got a hand on it. Loose ball, fumble on the far sideline, jump up. We're going to have a jump ball, and that's going to be Waukee basketball.
Yeah, a lot of bodies on the floor. You saw everybody willing to jump on in. Fun atmospheres lately. The last couple games I've watched, really the up-tempo play.
The left-handed scoop is good for Megan Ernie. And the foul.
Ernie's had herself a really nice night going to that left side. Kind of a fade-away look on the left side and just a nice look off the glass. But again, after they broke that token press, just nobody left for Centennial.
The lead is 12. That's the biggest of the game for Waukee. Street. Strom back to Street. Sets the feet, shoots the three. Spin looked good, just off the mark.
Yeah, you're not going to get much better looks than that against the Waukee defense.
Lindsay Kellerman pulls it back out. Now over to Peyton. Supposed to be a cut at that point, but man, I was going to say, Strom had her left arm around the neck.
Trying to give the token, I'm straight up, as she ran through.
I think she was trying to go straight up, but the neck was in the way. 12-point advantage for Waukee. Kelderman gets it in. Lindsay to Peyton. Flip that. Lindsay with it.
I'm sure they've got confused before.
I've looked at the two of them next to each other for years and still can't tell the difference. Stepping in is Ellie Street, trying to create something. Disrupts the flow, wide open in the corner. Bartholomew thought about it. Now she'll take a move to the hole. Ball is loose, tipped away. Liv Anderson, and Strom away with it. Goes one-on-one, and she is fouled by Ernie.
Strom recognizing that there's no one else around, takes it, gets a good solid body on Ernie to get herself to the free throw line.
Well, as a team, Centennial 71.6% free throw shooting. They're a better shooting team from the field, 48%, but they have not had good, clean looks tonight.
Just out of rhythm, out of tempo, whatever the word is you're looking for, and just force them to take some shots a little bit quicker than what they would otherwise want to take. Olivia Anderson was out of bounds. No, they called she was out of bounds when she put her hand on it, but they called a jump ball.
Put her hand down so she could brace before falling over. So Phipps will inbound it at the 3:29 mark. Down by 11. Back to Phipps on the give and go. Anderson set the screen, and Phipps, the right-hander, scoop in the lane. It's good.
Yeah, good strong move by Maggie Phipps coming all the way over. A set inbounds play really for her to get the three-point shot, but she decides to take it at the hole. Battles through some contact. Good strong move by Maggie Phipps.
Trapped in the corner, but Lindsay able to get it away from Peyton. Inside, Ernie. She's got Anderson. Goes under, travels.
Yep, as she started to turn to her left, then just slid her pivot foot a little bit more as she came back to the right. It was a good-looking move to get open as she got Anderson to overplay it just a little bit, but slid that pivot foot just enough to get the travel.
Nice move. Phipps drop stop. Hard off the glass. Good. Phipps now with 7.
Maggie Phipps getting her points. It's taken a while to get her back in the rhythm, but with the ball in her hands, and that's what Waukee's done a nice job of, is not letting her have the ball in her hands. And now that she's been able to get some touches again, good things have happened for her.
Well, in that time, Phipps did it on defense. She kept Bartholomew from getting the ball in stride. Kelderman is fouled by Street, who might have been pushed back a little bit.
Street, a good defensive possession until she dropped her hands down. She was in really good position there, and just eventually put that left hand down. It's just to check that offensive player just a little bit, and that's what got her in that foul issue.
Ernie 3, good.
Ernie's been good. Waukee as a team tonight, just as they shoot the ball from 3, they don't need much separation. They get the ball off so quick.
Back to a 10-point advantage. Strom drives hard, no good. Tipped away, that is going to be a basketball retained by Centennial. They got to score on this possession here. Clark with it, top of the key. Under 2 in the third quarter. Phipps, they can't even get it to her in a handoff situation. That time it's Natalie Gallagher is whistled for the foul.
Well, they're using the passer as the screener. And as Gallagher comes through, it's almost a situation as the passer is, if she's still got the ball in her hands, as she hands it off, they can't call a foul on her because the contact's been initiated by the defender. That's so tough on a defense, the way they're doing that.
Phipps back with it, into the corner. Porter, elbow, good! Porter pulls it within 7.
Avery Porter's been that spark from outside that Centennial has needed tonight.
Drive and the score! Oh my! Peyton Kelderman. We haven't seen many drives to the hoop like that. It's been a lot of passes and layups, but what a move by Peyton.
Waukee gets the ball out and down the floor so fast that you just don't have time to set things up on the defensive end. Kelderman, just no one got in there to stop her, took it all the way in.
Peyton now with 7 points in this contest as we have a minute 31. Now she has 8. 43 for Waukee, 33 for Centennial. Clark is fouled. And again, Gallagher is going to get whistled.
As we find ourselves here in the last 9 minutes and 19 seconds of this game, Waukee, we've seen them do both. We've seen them be very patient on offense and run through all that motion. And we've also seen them push the tempo and get down there. They really have the ability to limit the amount of possessions here in the fourth quarter of this ball game.
Clark with it. Drives and falls short. Good defense there. Weirs takes it away for Waukee as we're at the 1 minute mark. Kelderman. Lindsay with it.
Look at the spacing for Waukee. They're just all over the entire court.
And we talked about it in the open that they have to spread that floor. And that makes it very hard to defend. Bartholomew drives. The underhand scoop, no good. Liv Anderson the board. 20 seconds. Street drives. Right-handed floater, good. Ellie Street's first 2 points of the game. Up ahead, 10 seconds. Peyton Kelderman drives, high off the glass, no good. Banging around the bodies, Clark is going to be tied up in a jump ball situation with 2 seconds to go in the quarter.
Need a moment to catch your breath here after the last 30 seconds of action. Even with Waukee stalling out the clock, there's just so much motion going on in everything they're doing on offense.
I can breathe through my eyelids. That's how you talk nonstop, Andy.
Circular breathing.
You should know that by now. Inside Ernie at the buzzer! Makes it a 12-point advantage as we go to the fourth.
1 quarter remaining. Waukee 45, Ankeny Centennial 35.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away. Delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Jackie Pippett along with 23.
Well, we go to the fourth. It's a 10-point advantage, Andy Pollock. What do you got to do if you're Centennial here?
Well, you do have to push the tempo a little bit offensively. I know they've been in some uncomfortable situations here tonight, but just not a lot of great looks on offense. And keep talking about how they need to attack, and again, just a passive pass. That's a pass that's not really getting them anywhere, and it leads to a turnover.
So Centennial does not get a shot off on their opening possession of the fourth quarter.
Waukee's got some athletes playing basketball right now, and that's not to take anything away from what Centennial's got, but you just see how quick they move around the floor.
Porter saves it. Robin pulls up her dribble and gets it to Maggie Phipps. Pippett cuts late. They go to Street instead at the top.
Just a complete clinic on a box-and-one defense here tonight with the Kelderman switching off on Maggie Phipps. Everybody else knows where the basketball is.
Phipps fade away. No good.
See how she leaned in and tried to get a lot of body contact. She was definitely the aggressor.
Three, way out from Jones. Shot no good.
In this situation, I'm not sure that's the shot that Waukee wants.
They go into Pippett, and it's tipped away. No, it's not. It's a foul on Abigail Jones.
Jones with about a 4-inch height advantage there going up over the top. Got just enough body going over the back of Pippett, who we haven't seen a whole lot here tonight. We've seen some quality minutes from Jackie Pippett in the last few games, but just haven't seen a whole lot from her tonight.
I think every time they've tried to go into her, there's been somebody there. Ernie is just shouldering her. That's a block by Jones. Kick out, three on the way for Centennial, and hitting it is Avery Porter.
Nice job by Ellie Street to recognize that she's going to be very contested if she goes up for that shot. Got the ball to Avery Porter right where she can catch it and shoot it in rhythm.
First 3 points of the fourth quarter for either team, and we've played almost 2 minutes.
The cutters for Waukee, every time they go through the lane, are getting just harassed. Little grabs, little pushes. Something that we might see at a given time tonight. All of a sudden the official decides to call it.
As we get close to a 5-second call, Coach Chris Guess calls timeout. Coach Scott DeYoung says, hey, that was 5. It is a 30-second timeout. So the Jaguars, after tonight, they will host Ames for senior night on Friday. Then they have Dowling, Mason City, Roosevelt, and Mason City. As the schedule stands now, Waukee, as we mentioned, will play Johnston on Thursday, Abe Lincoln on Friday. The Ottumwa game is off now. Trying to find an opponent for there. They still have Southeast Polk and City High. Those last 2 games could be doozies for Waukee.
Will be a good test of where they stand heading into tournament play. Waukee is in their limited schedule, still has been the standard for Central Iowa teams anyway this year. A group of girls who has played together a fair amount already leading into the year. One of those years where it's a huge benefit to have a veteran team.
The seniors that knew each other could work through a lockdown. Jones with it. Now Bartholomew. And now a much more, I don't even see a Waukee player looking at the basket until Kelderman drives on the layup.
Things don't go much better than that if you're Waukee, as you force Centennial to defend for about 25 seconds, then end up with a wide open layup for Lindsay Kelderman. Just no one left to help.
Three on the way, no. Porter's shot is rebounded by Waukee, and we're going to have a foul on, I think Bella Robin kind of got her on the hip check there.
Charge number 2, Bella Robin, her second, team fifth.
Just a 5th foul, so Centennial has a couple more to give before the free throws start, which at this stage, Waukee, pretty good free throw shooting team as well, so you really pick your poison with this Warrior squad.
Kelderman off the screen. Bartholomew in the right corner. Backs down Phipps. Kicks it out. Lindsay. No. And just that's kind of the way the game has gone for Centennial. It should have been a smooth, easy rebound as anything but for Ellie Street.
Yeah, just things have been difficult on them. Just the routine.
Phipps's long three is short. Ripped away by Centennial. Ellie Street doing the dirty work. Porter. Now Strom spins in. Blocked. Nope, she's fouled by Jones.
Jones was in good shape again, but just came down to that right hand as Strom came into her. Everything started here on the other end. As you watch Maggie Phipps' development of her throughout the course of this season, still playing very tough on defense. Does some really nice things on that end, and on a frustrating night offensively for her, still doing some very nice things to help her team, and she's going to get one final break right now until Centennial tries to make a final push. Waukee, though, will have plenty of opportunities, I feel, tonight to win this game at the free throw line here in the last 4:06.
If you missed us in the open, no Katie Dinnebeer. They hope to get her back into the lineup soon. That could be as early as Thursday, according to Coach Chris Guest. So the future that we missed our Drake Bulldog matchup with Phipps and Dinnebeer. They'll know each other. They know each other well enough now. And now Waukee is going to pull it out into the corners. Ernie way out from the basket. Lindsay Kelderman. Peyton, the transition J, the runner.
She didn't handle the pass initially. She kind of bobbled it a little bit and threw her off, but does a nice job regathering herself. And that's a tough angle, that little runner from about 6-8 feet away on the baseline. You don't have that backboard behind you. That's a difficult shot.
Jags trail by 10. They're going to have to go now. We got an illegal. We got timeout.
Timeout, Centennial.
Timeout, Jaguars.
Centennial takes a 30-second timeout.
Boys game coming up tonight. You think that one will be fun?
Another up-tempo game to expect. I think we'll see some a lot of defense leading to offense tonight. I would expect some fireworks too with a few dunks in that one. Should be a fun high school boys basketball game to watch. Had a chance to see Waukee just a couple weeks ago, and they're one of those teams that we will talk about probably for years to come if they can close out what they've started this year, because the Division I talent that they've got on this team is something that you just don't see very often in Iowa high school boys basketball.
I think that was 2 weeks ago tonight. We had Waukee at Ankeny, only a boys game that night. The girls were still in their quarantine protocol.
Look for probably a set play. Centennial doesn't have a whole lot of time to be running their motion offense here coming out of the break.
Street to a cutting Pippett. Back out Phipps. Hands everywhere on every one of those. Left for Clark. Robin. Robin steps back, misses short. Pippett doesn't look to go back up. She just passes it to Robin this time. Gets the ball to curl around the rim.
The two that do the dirty work for Centennial, Pippett and Robin. Keeps that possession alive with the offensive rebound by Pippett, and then the nice little look on the baseline in that little almost a transition that you create when you get that offensive rebound. Waukee hadn't had time to recollect after getting the stop.
Jags have got to make a defensive stop if they want to get back in this ball game. Still trail by 8. We're gonna have a foul.
Yeah, it's going to be on Reagan Bartholomew at the top of the key. As she was trying to free up, I believe it was Cameron Weirs coming off the top. Gave a little bit extra to the defender coming by. And that's one way to get a stop, I suppose, if you're Centennial.
Left side, Avery Porter into Strom, has it slapped away by, you guessed it, Lindsay. Robin thinks about it. We're going to have a 3-second lane violation called on the Jaguars. So
Strom had actually turned the box out. She thought a shot was going up by Robin, so she's sitting there waiting for the rebound and just found herself camped out in the lane for 7-8 seconds when you're only allowed the 3 count.
That call came from in front of us. Some assistance. Ernie way out front. Robin gets her pulled up and close to a 5 count. Now Peyton Kelderman.
This is where, with Waukee's athleticism, they can make things very difficult on a defense.
Under 90 seconds now. Lindsay. Now Bartholomew thought about the 3, and I think if she would have taken that shot, she might have been pulled. That's not the 3 you want. That's not the 3 we're looking for.
Yeah, the seconds are more precious than the points at this time of the game.
Waukee will inbound it, 1:17 and an 8-point lead. Look only for layups at this point if you're Waukee.
Yeah, at some point you're going to have to foul if you're Centennial here, as they try to get out to Kelderman.
Avery Porter is whistled, but the thing is, all that does is stop the clock. You're still not in the bonus.
Got one more to give, so I think this will be a quick one here because Waukee is just taking all sorts of precious time off the clock. Little offense for defense substitution for them. Taking Weirs out of the game.
Across the timeline, they get it to Kelderman, and then we got a whistle. Well, one thing Coach DeYoung had said to us, he says, our defense has improved this year, but it's absolutely going to be put to the test against Waukee. They're going to hold Waukee below their season average of 71 points at this point. So their defense, it's just the offense hasn't been able to come along tonight, trying to stop that penetration in the lane.
Well, and Waukee has held Centennial well below their season average as well of about 70 points. So both teams, the defense, and that's what you're going to see as we get closer to tournament time. Those top teams, the good ones can all score, but the top ones can defend as well, and that's what you saw tonight out of Waukee. Not only could they score when they needed to, but man, they are able to put a lot of pressure on an offensive team.
Peyton gets 1 of 2. The layup no good. Street, the putback no. And a timeout, technical foul. That's going to be a technical on Coach Scott DeYoung. He was onto the court.
I think he was a little flustered with the no call as there was some contact made as Maggie Phipps went into the lane.
And the officials are now huddled. The initial call was a technical foul.
Technical foul.
So it'll be a technical foul issued to Scott DeYoung. It'll be a bench, or it'll be a team foul as well. So that means Waukee will go to the line. They'll send Peyton Kelderman for free throws. She'll get 2 of them. She hits the first.
DeYoung got his money's worth, too, as he had the ear of the official after the technical foul. But I believe, for the last 50 seconds, and I think the rule is that he's got to be confined to his seat for the rest of the ball game as well. Which, if you're an animated coach like Scott DeYoung, that can be very difficult.
But how many years could he not get up? Only since that rule has changed. However many years? Now, granted, the girls were allowed up.
Girls have been a lot longer than the boys. Yeah.
But still, the seatbelt rule early in Coach's career.
Ooh, a lot of contact down there between
Robin and Ernie going for a loose ball there on that far sideline. So even Down by 11. The Jaguars are still hustling. They get a chance now. They'll inbound the ball. 50.8. Trail by 11. Maggie's going to have to go soon. She drives, kicks it. 3, good! From Avery Porter. She now has 15, so it's been the Avery Porter show, well above her season average of 4.5 points a game. We have a full break, and we will step away.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Jaguars get a 3. Trying to get a stop here. They'll have to quickly foul. Ellie Street gets a turnover as Avery Porter steps in front of it. Now up ahead, Maggie Phipps. That's going to be a little too hard. Goes right into the hands of Lindsay Kelderman. 30 seconds up, Reagan Bartholomew. She's trying to avoid the contact, and that time Phipps fouls Lindsay Kelderman at 22 seconds left.
Opportunity to salt the game away here at the free throw line. You know, Waukee a little sloppy the last couple possessions on the offensive end, but maybe puts a little bit of a mark on there. What I thought was a very impressive win tonight by the Warriors. Got playing at a little bit maybe higher tempo than what they wanted to play here as the game wore on the offensive end. You can tell they're not necessarily comfortable not attacking the basket. It's very hard on a team when you're used to taking those great shots. You know, they just have to control the ball longer and try to run that clock out.
Phipps with it. She'll drive. The runner from the right, and it's a charging foul.
It's been a tough night for Maggie Phipps because everywhere she's been, there's been 1, 2, or sometimes 3 Waukee Warrior defenders.
Which by math would tell you, you know, you talk about numbers all the time. There should be somebody open.
Well, and that's what's left. You know, Avery Porter, that's what's given her the opportunity tonight to hit some of the shots that she's had. They just needed some more of those. But the thing is, it's the rest of the Waukee team is also very quick. They rotate well. There's great communication out there. Doesn't look like a team that's been sidelined by the COVID over the last, several times here over the last 6-8 weeks.
Well, I got to tell you, the one downfall of this season is going to be that Waukee just hasn't had as many games for people to see. It's not that you can't go to the game. You can see the game in many different ways. But that people aren't able to see this team play night in and night out. Only limited opportunities. But they've been good when they have been on the court, if not great. Back up to 10. Phipps, the layup cuts it to 8 with 8 seconds left. And Waukee doesn't even need to get it onto their side of the court. They'll hold it 2 seconds, 1, and a whistle.
Final score, Waukee 54. Almost final score.
We're going to have a whistle.
We're going to let her shoot the free throws.
The clock kept going. This will give Megan Ernie a chance. She's only an 8-point per game player. She's got 16 tonight. I got to give Megan a lot of credit in her ability or her performance tonight.
Yeah, she stepped up big without Katie Denebeer being out here. You've seen her do it both from inside and outside.
She hits them both. She'll finish with 18. Final score, it's a 10-point win for Waukee, 56-46. We'll look at the player of the game and also wrap it up after this. Waukee knocks off Centennial tonight to improve to 5-1. The postgame in a moment.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
At MidAmerican Energy, we put our energy into making communities stronger, safer, and ready for the future. We support STEM education and community safety, special events, and economic development activities. We energize our cities and towns just like we have for decades. All to help make your community the place where you want to build your business, your legacy, and your life. It's another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Lindsey Kelderman tonight finished with 5 points for Waukee, 14 for Peyton Kelderman, 2 for Abigail Jones, 14 for Reagan Bartholomew, 18 for Megan Ernie, for a total of 56 points. Waukee improves to 5-1. For Centennial, which falls to 10-2, Bella Robin at 5, 15 for Avery Porter, 3 for McKenna Clark. Olivia Anderson has 4, 5 Jackie Pippett, 7 Maggie Phipps, 3 Lizzie Strom, 2 Ellie Street. Andy Pollock, final thoughts?
Well, I really thought the Keldermans, Lindsay and Peyton, did an excellent job tonight defending Maggie Phipps, who's one of the better offensive players in Central Iowa, but they made tonight very difficult on her. Just not a lot of touches in general, and I thought they did a nice job. Obviously, Peyton does a nice job running things on the offensive side as well. Scored a lot of points, but really tonight Megan Ernie was the star of the show for Waukee.
You know, you think about you're trying to take a good player of Maggie Phipps out. You take her out, but you got to give Avery Porter a whole bunch of credit tonight because she did come up and try to fill that gap and keep her team in the game.
And she tried, and she did have some nice shots. I think she had 5 threes tonight, I think is what you had her for. So just needed that next scorer to step up because, you know, you look at the averages, the numbers that Maggie Phipps puts up, and, you know, she's a multi-double-digit scorer. So you really need a couple girls to have big nights if you're going to have no way to get her the basketball on a night like tonight.
Waukee finishes with 56 points, Centennial with 46. So the Warriors 5-1, Centennial 10-2. The boys' game coming your way. We'll be back in just a moment with your keys to the game, and we'll preview this one, which should have a lot of tempo. We'll get a drink of water. We hope you join us. For Andy Pollock and the rest of the CISN.TV crew, I'm Paul Yeager. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in a minute.
bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Chevy bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second game of our doubleheader. It's Waukee and Centennial, Game 2, and another close matchup, and two teams that have only lost one game. It is the 8-1 Warriors and the 10-1 Jaguars. Along with Andy Pollack, I'm Paul Yeager. The girls' game was good on paper. It ended up being pretty darn good for the majority of the game. Waukee pulls away kind of in the second half. Not much in doubt. The only thing in doubt here is if the rims can hold up from these two, as well as the nets. These two teams can run, they can shoot, they can dunk, they can score. Other than that, it'll just be a boring night of basketball.
And not to mention they're each going to not necessarily press, but put pressure on the ball.
Yeah.
Not like a right-in-your-face pressure the whole time, but they're not going to make it easy on anybody to run an offense.
Well, you have some very good players, and let's take a look at some key players in the contest for the visiting Waukee Warriors who come back out onto the court now.
Well, sophomore Omaha Ballou is a guy that he's got offers from all over the place. He's going to be able to have his college paid for wherever. I mean, the Blue Bloods have come calling for him. We got notification of a Kansas offer just a couple weeks ago. So Omaha's a kid that, his game is not refined yet, and he's just a sophomore. And as that game becomes more refined, very athletic. He does have the ability to shoot from the outside, but he's really does damage, is around the rim, and the guy can jump out of the gym.
For Centennial, their key player.
Well, Colin McAleer is a kid who's played a lot of basketball for Centennial, and the senior averages just over 11 points a game right now, but he kind of does it all. We've seen him defend the post player. We've seen him shoot threes. He's been a guy that's been all over the place, a guy that Coach Bob Fontana's been relying on just to do a lot of stuff, and I don't have a nicer word for it than that, just to do a lot of stuff throughout the course of this season so far.
It's not all about points. It's about everything else that you can do, but Colin can score as well. So that is a look at your key players. Let's look at the keys for each of these teams for Waukee if they're going to win tonight.
Well, Waukee's going to have to find the shooters in transition with a point guard like Jerron Cruz running things for Centennial. He's going to distribute the ball. He's just as good with the ball getting rid of it as he is shooting it. So they're going to really have to find where those shooters are, identify them, take care of the basketball. Seen some moments where they've become a little lackadaisical with the basketball. It's allowed some teams to get back in the game. Every team seems to hang around with Waukee for a half, and then it gets ugly. In the second half is kind of their MO. So, and then rebounding. Just continue to rebound. Make sure that Centennial only has one opportunity each time they're on the offensive end.
And for Centennial?
Well, the pace tonight's going to be tough to control because Waukee's got a lot of guys that can handle the basketball, and they can put up points in spurts. So really controlling the pace of the game and protecting the basketball. They're going to have to hit some shots. Rebounding is key. Again, one and done. Maybe give themselves some secondary chances on the offensive glass. And we saw last week when they played Ankeny, a game that maybe didn't have to be as close as what it was, but Centennial really struggled at the free throw line until the very end. They're a good free throw shooting team, but they're going to have to hit every opportunity they've got tonight for those uncontested shots.
Our keys tonight have been brought to you by a family-led business guided by their core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity. Check out the all-new DeYarman Ford in Indianola. That's DeYarman Ford.com. The tip-off starting lineups coming your way right after this.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Waukee's only loss is to Johnston. Centennial's only loss is to Valley. These two teams, Andy Pollock, are, I won't call them necessarily long-time rivals. Centennial's only been here a while, but they're usually pretty good games.
Yeah, two teams, I mean, in a lot of sports that have been at the top of their respective divisions. A lot of these players know each other throughout the club circuit in Central Iowa and around the Midwest, really. So it's a fun matchup. You're going to see a lot of mutual respect out of both teams tonight in the game that's played.
Let's meet the starting lineups.
We'll match the Warriors from Waukee against our own Centennial Jaguars. Tonight's contest is a CIML conference game. Waukee comes into tonight's contest with an 8-1 record. They are coached by Justin Wohl, assisted by Trevor Michelson and Kevin Kanaski. Ankeny Centennial has a 10-1 record, and they are coached by Bob Fontana in his 8th season at Ankeny Centennial. He is assisted by Ben Lamach, Mark West, Garrett Skipworth, and Luke Donato. Now, let's meet the starting lineups first for our visitors from Waukee. At a guard, a 6'7" senior, number 12, Tucker Degrees. At a guard, 6'5" sophomore, number 21, Bryce Sanford. At a forward, 6'7" senior, number 20, Peyton Sanford. At a forward, 6'8" sophomore, number 23, Omaha Billiard. And at a forward, a 6'7" senior, number 32, Wyatt Heston. And now for our hometown Centennial Jaguars. Starting at a guard, 6'2" senior, number 4, Colin McAleer. At a forward, a 6'2" senior, number 25, Brock Jensen. At a forward, a 6'3" freshman, number 35, Leo Geary. At a guard, a 5'10" junior, number 10, Caden Kelly. And rounding out the guard court, a 6'1" senior, number 1, Sharon Cruz. Again, our officials, Joe.
Here's a look at your starting lineups. It's DeVries, Peyton Sanford, Bryce Sanford, Omaha Ballou, and Wyatt Heston for Waukee. And then for Centennial, it's Cruz, McAleer, Kelling, Jensen, and Aguirre. Andy, this is a game that we've seen Waukee, and many people are watching Waukee. We could be watching one of the greatest teams to play big school basketball in the modern era. But Waukee doesn't, or Centennial doesn't care.
No, they don't care at all. And you just look out here, I mean, the length, it just strikes you when Waukee walks out on the court. You look at the long arms, the long legs, decided height advantage pretty much everywhere tonight. But, again, you don't have to tell Colin McAleer that as he wins the tip-off.
Against Omaha Ballou early on, it's Centennial. Jaron Cruz, new kicks. Love those. Those are like pink-orange chartreuse. McAleer in the corner. 3 rims out, and Aguirre is whistled for the foul, the freshman.
Aguirre got himself into some foul trouble on Friday night against Ankeny, kind of in similar situations that where he wasn't necessarily a foul that got him any advantage, and they're just wrong spot, wrong time, and the freshman will just continue to learn to get himself out of some of those situations and when it's okay to back off. And welcome to the show, young freshman. You're going to cover a 4- or 5-star recruit that has a Kansas offer tonight as he goes up against Ballou down low.
I get the sense that Leo might have a couple of offers before his career is said and done too. Nice drive by Tucker DeVries, hits the bottom side of the rim, and it's swatted away Sanford. 15-footer in transition, falling down, all at the same time too for Peyton.
Just took it right away. And maybe not for most teams the shot that you want off that situation, but with Sanford, go ahead and take the shot, young man.
Cruz, guarded by DeVries. Aguirre drives on Ballou, misses. We're going to have a whistle on the official calls as coming up a little slow is that's Peyton Sanford, his right ankle. Justin Ohl looks as he heads off to the side for a moment and sends into the game as a replacement Malik Allen.
And I didn't see what happened, but you could tell Ohl immediately something as they were bringing the ball up the court, went to grab Malik off the bench and knew that something wasn't right with Sanford.
DeVries into the corner now. Bryce Sanford is fouled by Brock Jensen.
And that's tough on the defense because he's going out to try to close out and gets himself up in the air. Nice recognition by Sanford there to then dribble around. Probably not a shot you're going to get over the head of Jensen.
DeVries gets it back from Ballou. The three in the corner. Skies no good. Jerron Cruz the rebound.
Cruz may not have the opportunity for some of the three-point looks that he normally gets tonight.
Jensen's right side runner is good.
Yeah, the nice floater. Jensen has to get rid of it early with all the shot blockers coming into play for Waukee. But let's say, Cruz is being defended by DeVries. DeVries much longer. You think you have some space, but he can close it down in a hurry with those long mitts that he's got.
Allen, guarded by Aguirre.
They've got a mismatch down low to Ballou.
Jensen and oh, I guess it was Kelly. Ballou goes over two defenders.
Everybody kind of got caught in the switch. Aguirre and Jensen were both covering Ballou, and then they were both covering Sanford, and so they couldn't get on the same page.
Aguirre step out three, no good. Rebound, Colin McAleer left-hand shot, no good. Rebound again. This time, Ballou chases it. And then Cruz is in that passing lane. He just goes right past the defenders and lays it in.
I think Bryce Sanford thought he had more help. Didn't realize he was the only one left. That's what Cruz can bring to you, that turning the defense into offense.
Tied at 4. Early on in this one. 5 minutes left, first quarter. DeVries looks for a screen.
They're right there on the hedge because he can shoot from anywhere.
DeVries, 8-footer, good.
That's a great look for Tucker as he goes in because he's taller than everybody else on the floor. No one's going to block that shot.
Jensen opens up as he's guarded by Heston. Coach Bob Fontana gets up off the bench. Cruz to a cutting Aguirre!
A senior and freshman who haven't played together a whole lot, but on the same page there. Aguirre recognizing that he's got the defenders back to him. Does a nice job finding himself with the open look.
DeVries, top of the key three, rims out. Kelling skies, pushes tempo, 1-on-4, blocked by Heston. It'll stay Centennial basketball, but I have to give a lot of credit. There was no fear there.
No, and Kelling, it's one of those in a normal situation, that's all right, take it at him, but then you're going up against Heston, who's 6'7", and has played a lot of basketball as a senior with a talented team, maybe not getting the accolades of some of the other guys on his team, but he contributes just as much as everybody, does a nice job keeping his body away to get the block.
McAleer gets it in, top of the key, but not before Heston steals it. Up ahead, Allen, and fouled after, and he'll have the and one. Malik Allen, good move to the hoop.
Allen beat everybody down the court, but Kelling doesn't need to do that. He's just trailing the play and then gets his arm extended while Malik is in the air, and that's where you get the foul situation there. Malik hit the ground hard.
Malik Allen.
Allen in for Peyton Sanford, and I haven't seen Sanford come back to the bench yet.
Nope, he disappeared into the locker room area here.
That one is just handled flat out, lost by Kelling, but it goes off a purple jersey. It'll say Centennial basketball.
Justin Old didn't necessarily think it did go off a purple jersey, but they had the call triangulated there.
Lewis missed. It's because Ballou blocked it. Well, Sanford is back in. Peyton's on the floor right now. Stolen away by Kelling, who intercepted it. He nearly has his pocket picked. He is trapped on that baseline. Cruz to the rescue. Now steps out, way out NBA, and that shot was long. Tucker DeVries grabs it.
And I realize you got to take the open looks when you get them, but I'm not sure that's exactly the open look that you want to take.
DeVries' floater is a little strong. It's going to go back to Centennial. One thing that Coach Bob Fontana said about watching Waukee on tape, he says what jumps out about them is their size and their length. Oh, and by the way, 4 Division I players.
Certainly helps, right? And they do that length. So far, every shot has been contested.
Cruz kicks left for Kelling. No. Rebound and put back. Chris Lewis.
Ballou and Price Sanford were on the same team, got tangled up on the rebound, and Ballou hit the floor. Left Lewis wide open for the board and the putback.
Sanford drives, gets past his defender, and puts it in.
We see that baseline move coming back in basketball right now. It was one of those for years. They were told stay away from the baseline, used as a defender, and now it's come more to the offensive advantage.
Cruz not even looking. He's looking to be the disher. Jensen misses the shot. Sanford back to Malik Allen.
Ballou definitely got a hand on that down here.
Malik kicks it for Sanford. Sets the three, hits the three.
In rhythm, Sanford, just an easy shot. Great shooter. Another guy who's going to have his college paid for. Waukee on the perimeter, they're just filtering everything into their bigs on the inside. Centennial's going to have to stay back and hit some outside shots.
Price Sanford's shot's no good. Ballou chases it down. And he's going to shoot the three and miss. 3 white shirts, and Waukee comes away with it. DeVries, drop step around, no good. Rebound, gets his own. That time McAleer just holds it for a moment, and now Cruz pushes it. Geron will shoot 2.
Notice he had to get that ball up a bunch so it didn't end up right back in his face as Omaha was trailing the play. The tempo, until Cruz ran away with it, the tempo definitely favoring Waukee as they were able to really push the ball and keep it on their end of the floor, keeping a lot of balls alive on the offensive glass.
Cruz hits his first. That's 3 points for Geron.
Number 11, Blake Hackenberg. And with Jaguars, numbers 23.
We were tied at 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. But now Centennial gets it back to a 3-point game.
We need the graphic here if it's close at the end of the game to show the amount of ties and the amount of lead changes that have taken place throughout.
That's the hardworking stat department. They're all over it. Sanford muscles his way in. He is going to get an and one. Peyton Sanford's college destination is the University of Iowa, and his Hawkeyes at last check were they a point within Michigan State or a point up?
They were a point ahead. That was with about 9 minutes left.
You know, and every time you look at this, Sanford hits it, he's already got 10. And he hasn't even played the full quarter.
That came off with a bum right ankle pretty early on.
Cruz. Back to Snyder. Now Aguirre leaves it. Snyder's shot is blocked, but he is going to be fouled. Bryce Sanford.
We've got Snyder listed 5'11" in the program. Into that, I say no freaking way, because as you see him out there around other guys who are 6 foot tall, it's not close. But no fear, like you mentioned, going in there, him and Kelling, no fear as they go in to the Giants, and Snyder that time gets some contact from Sanford from behind.
Jackson on the season is averaging 5.2 points a contest. Misses the first opportunity here. Cruz is not, he's got 4 points, but it's kind of like Maggie Phipps in that girls game. He's been trying to facilitate, or maybe he just doesn't have the ball as much. I mean, we've seen Cruz come in and just set the tempo for a game as Snyder hits the first.
Well, and he does such a good job getting to the glass, and that's been negated by the Waukee shot blockers so far here tonight.
They alter a lot of shots.
And even when they're not, they're in your head.
Yes. Blake Happenberg into the game, and a two-handed flush for Tucker DeVries.
Once they got it over the top of Cruz, who was fronting him, just nobody left.
Cruz for three. It's short. 28 seconds to go. Tucker DeVries, left corner. Cade Kelderman, long. Rebound. Happenberg, block, foul. And it's going to be on Jerron Cruz. One thing that Coach Ole said, Cruz is very good. He does a really good job of getting into the lane and finding gaps. I think sometimes Cruz's defense gets a little overlooked. It's so much on the offensive side, but I think he gets in some opponent's head.
Well, and he's not as much known as the on-ball or the on-ball defender that's going to alter a lot of shots, but what he does a great job of is getting in passing lanes, gets a lot of turnovers that way, creates a lot of offensive opportunities for himself. One of the things, Waukee not having to collapse when he comes into the lane. So as they don't have to collapse, there's not as many guys to dish off to so far here tonight because they've got the shot blockers that are there. A lot of confidence in what they can do on defense.
The lead is 8. We were tied at 8. So Waukee on a little run here to end the first quarter. Jerron Cruz walks it up. He'll be fouled. Looks like Connor Sudout will draw the foul.
He's another big body out there.
Cruz to inbound with 7 seconds. Lewis, Cruz, back to Aguirre for 3. Banks it in at the buzzer! The bank is open on Tuesday nights. 5-point advantage for Waukee after the first.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Leo Aguirre hits a 3 at the buzzer of the first quarter, pulls it within 5. Waukee leads Centennial. Andy Pollack and Paul Yeager with you here on CISN on this Tuesday night, February the 2nd, 2021. Season getting real when it turns to February. 3-point 3-point bucket, Peyton Sanford. He now has 13.
Man, that shot, the high arc, the quick release, fun player to watch.
So he erases the three made by Aguirre, who has the basketball. He's guarded by Ballou. Cruz will step and shoot. He's been short on both of his threes tonight.
Well, he just has to get rid of it so quick with DeVries in his face.
Sanford takes a step, loses it in the lane, kicks it back out. DeVries kicks it back out. Peyton Sanford for three. No. The guy who does stuff, Colin McAleer for the rebound.
May need to get his own shirt made for that one.
Snyder slips on the line. Sanford is the beneficiary of the loose ball. Price. Now Tucker. Lewis tips it away, and then we got a tip drill. Cross court, thrown to Bob Fontana. Both feet out of bounds, so it'll be incomplete.
Good hands by the old ball coach, Fontana, there to
see
right to him.
His brother might recruit him to coach receivers with plays like that. I've never asked Bob if he's coached football.
I wonder how those guys, what the conversations about sports are like. You got one wrestling football guy and you got one basketball guy. I see little brothers up in the bleachers tonight watching.
Aguirre drives on Ballou, misses. He went strong. Kid's not intimidated. Which one's the little brother in that? Bob's the older one, right?
I think Bob's the older one, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Loose ball will stay with Waukee. Malik Allen coming in and Price Sanford heading out. Sanford, long 8-footer, no good. Ballou skies. Oh, what a move, and then dunks it. There are not many moves like that. Fake left, came back around and dunked it.
Yeah, just not a lot of guys in high school basketball can make that. First of all, goes up above everybody to get the offensive rebound, then lets everything clear and just explodes off the floor for the dunk.
That is what the coaches at the big programs are looking at. They see the ability to jump out of the gym. Little conversation back and forth there between the officials and Omaha Ballou.
He gave a little bit of a pull-up, not quite the full pull-up on the hoop after he was done.
Omaha converts. Timeout. Centennial as the lead extends to 11 on the free throw. A couple of girls games that have gone final now. Valley beat East tonight 86-11. Johnson beat Marshalltown 66-13. Roosevelt was leading Ankeny by 2 with about 5 seconds to go. If Ankeny would drop that one, that'd be their second straight night of losing a final possession game. So they lost last night to Valley. Other games from the eastern half of the state, we'll get those scores as they play a little different style where it's usually sophomores and varsity, not boys and girls that play at the same gym on the same night.
Ankeny did lose 56-54.
Okay, so that's what it was at the end.
Yep, that is final.
So I think Roosevelt improves to 6-1, and there's a couple of players on that team that you don't want to sleep on. Lewis back to Cruz. Out of the timeout. Let's see what Centennial can do. Aguirre from the three-point land. Misses it. Ballou beats him to the basketball on the rebound. Up ahead, Malik. Ballou, send it in! Oh, my!
As soon as the cross-court pass happened to set it up, you knew it was coming.
And Cruz counters with his own three. And now we got a whistle out front.
Foul charge number 1, John Cruz.
Cruz picks up his second foul.
Team 7. At the line shooting at 1-1.
Waukee doing a very nice job getting to the basket tonight. Forced a lot of fouls on Centennials by the way they slashed to the hoop.
Tucker DeVries at the free throw line. Misses, and he knew it because he did that whole, went right after it after he shot, and then he commits the foul on the rebound.
A little frustration, maybe I can sneak one away from you foul, which as high school players, every once in a while it pays off, very rarely does it. This is that moment in a game where Waukee has gone a little bit lackadaisical in the past. We'll see if the Warriors can stay focused through the latter stage of the second quarter.
Cruz. Boy, the Waukee fans on this side in front of us thinking Cruz maybe created some space, but instead Tucker DeVries picks up his second foul in about 30 seconds. DeVries only with 4 points tonight. It's been Peyton Sanford's 13 and Omaha Ballew's 8 that have been the difference in this game.
Ballew's dunks.
Yeah. Cruz at an open man, gets it back. It's Brock Jensen and him exchange.
And Cruz will be the one that if anybody can benefit from DeVries being out of the game, it's going to be Jerron Cruz.
Sanford travels. Took a step before a dribble.
And that helps out Centennial a bunch because Jerron Cruz was barely back on his feet down at the other end of the floor.
Well, they were tied up just a little bit down there on that end. And bringing up the basketball is Caden Kelling. Jensen. Kelling, and before he gets anywhere, he's fouled. I think Malik Allen.
That was one of those situations where there was a little bit of a foul disparity, and it's kind of just crazy how things can even out again here in a quarter.
Warriors lead by 10. McAleer sets a pick. Cruz didn't have anybody to roll to. Lewis, nice move, and it falls.
The last little spin to the baseline is what freed up Lewis for the layup. Again, just attacking the basket. And without DeVries out, that helps him out a little bit.
Ballou, Allen. Oh, wide open for three, and connecting is Wyatt Heston.
The extra pass, Kelderman probably had the shot, but just decided to give that one up and for a better look.
Three on the way, McAleer is off. That catches no net or rim.
I think McAleer showing a little frustration there, shooting that ball up very early in the possession.
Malik, charge. Cruz stepped up to take it even with his foul.
Player control foul charge number 1, Malik Allen. His second, team 7.
Coming in is Blake Happenberg. Malik Allen goes out and now has 2 fouls. Waukee by 11. 3:25 to go, second quarter. Cruz. Jensen. Good!
Good look as Cruz just took that extra little dribble, brought everybody into the lane, kicks it out to Jensen. Centennial has not had very many opportunities like that tonight.
And a travel up front, whistled on Wyatt Heston. So now, Waukee takes a timeout as the lead they see evaporates to 8 points. Justin Ohl in his 10th year at Waukee. Assistants, Trevor Michelson and Kevin Kanaski. Ohl's alma mater, the win over Illinois State over the weekend. It's
Two of them.
Two of them, that's right. The doubleheader win. Got the second one last night. It's a good basketball team. You don't have to tell Coach DeVries that, do you?
About 4 rows in front of us.
I'll
right
yell
here.
it loud enough and say, Coach, this team's playing well.
Have to have a little conversation with him about not covering the spread on Saturday after, or on Monday, or excuse me, Sunday. A lot's been made about that. Is
that the first time they haven't?
First time this year that they haven't covered the spread. Of course, when you go 4 for 30 from three-point land, stuff like that can happen. They more than made up for it the next night.
Pappenberg in the lane.
Pappenberg's just not a guy we hear about with all the talent that Waukee's got on the squad. But, you know, basketball players at this level all have a ton of confidence, and as he takes that into the lane, no doubt about it as he finishes off at the hoop.
Cruz. McAleer. Jensen 3. Misses. Ballou had so much time in the air, and then he throws it away. I don't think McAleer had to touch it.
No, he didn't, because Ballou
was the last to touch it.
Yeah, he was trying to shield McAleer off as he just kind of got rid of it. And depending on the official's ruling, I think Ballou could have grabbed that basketball. You can't purposely throw it to yourself, but if the ball gets away from you, you can grab it.
It looked like Ballou grew an extra 2 feet on his arms on that ball when he went up for it. It was like the old trick shot where you extend and then the arms just keep going.
Further and further. Go, gadget arms.
There you go.
A lot of contact now down low anytime the ball's in the lane.
I think Waukee's a little frustrated here. Stepping in front of it for the interception is Kelling the other way for 2.
See, I just don't think that Heston has to go for that steal. I think he can play it straight up and go for the block because he's got about a 7 or 8 inch height advantage on Kelling.
Pappenberg, now Ballou. Sanford was open and was calling for it. DeVries drives before the shot. He is
Charge number 25,
Oh.
Brock Jensen.
That is going to be a foul on the shot. Okay.
Team 8.
Did they give him the end one? Yes, they did.
They did. I was waiting for the official to drop the hand.
Well, Jensen just kind of came across, late to try to swipe the ball away. And right now you have to, as Centennial, you have to try to get the ball away when it comes down. There's no chance once it gets up above the head or higher that you're going to get that ball away from Waukee.
Tucker the and 1 pushes the lead back to 11.
And for the Jags, number 23, Jackson Snyder.
And Coach Fontana telling Jensen, I think what you just said. You don't need to slap him on the way through. Centennial looks to get it back to single digits before half. McAleer fakes the 3, but Ballou there in a half of a second. Now Lewis. It seems like Waukee's playing with 6 or 7 players in their defense.
They're just everywhere.
Cruz fade away, no good. Sanford. Heston. And that one from Pappenberg goes over Peyton's head. Turnover.
Sanford was starting to make the ball was going to be tough to catch anyway, but he was already going into his offensive move as the ball came in. I think he was expecting a bounce pass, and they went high with it. Centennial going to spread things out here. Trailing by 11, it's just one of those situations where you're behind by so much, but also where you don't want to waste possessions, but Waukee can also go off at any moment as well, so they very capable of scoring points in big bunches.
15 seconds left to go before half. Centennial goes to work. Cruz. Offensive foul. And that is 3, if my notes are correct, on Jerron Cruz.
And just a horrible time for Jerron Cruz to pick up that foul, but, Heston really does a nice job. Cruz just extends that arm just enough, and as Heston hits the deck, they run about 33 seconds off the clock and can't get a shot off.
For the Jags, number 5, Tyler Johnson.
So now Waukee gets a chance to work on their quick score offense. Blue way from the basket, tipped away, and it's going to be Centennial ball. Stealing it, or at least causing the steal, is Caden Kelly. He tipped it away off of Tucker DeVries, out of bounds.
Changes things up a bunch here right at the end of the half.
But
Waukee goes complete defense real quick. Doesn't want to get anybody with 2 fouls. Their third. Quick to get guys off the bench.
McAleer, 2 seconds, 1 at the buzzer, short. But that's at least a look at the basket. Centennial will go into the break down by 1, 35-24. We'll look at first half scoring, try to find some other scores, look at the girls' game. When we come back, this is high school basketball on CISN.
Bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Obsessively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand-in-hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Chevy bonus cash, plus GM card bonus cash, plus Conquest cash, plus you can redeem your unused cyber cash at Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. And we have new inventory arriving daily. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee, WaukeeChevy.com.
Halftime, Waukee leads Centennial 35-24. First half scoring for Waukee. Tucker DeVries has 7, 3 for Blake Pappenberg, 13 Peyton Sanford, 7 for Omaha Blue, 3 for Wyatt Heston. For Centennial, it's 4 for Jerron Cruz, 2 for Caden Kelly, 4 for Chris Lewis, 5 Brock Jensen, 8 Leo Aguirre for a total of 24 points. So Cruz held well below his average. Aguirre right about his average for the game in the first half. Centennial's got to find some scoring, though.
Well, it comes back to the Waukee defense. Just nothing goes that is not challenged. It's every shot. You go into the lane, you've got hands everywhere. You try to create a little space on the perimeter, and you've got a hand in your face immediately just from the length of Waukee. So it just causes issue after issue after issue, and that's why this Waukee team keeps getting mentioned with some of the best teams we've seen in this state.
Earlier tonight, it was the Waukee girls with a 56-46 win, 14 points. Peyton Kelderman, 18, though, Megan Ernie. Without Katie Dinnebier and her 18 points a game, Lindsay Kelderman, 5. For Centennial, it was Avery Porter with 15. Is Waukee one of the best 4 and 5A in girls? From your limited,
right. I mean, from
what
what I've seen of them, they certainly have to be part of the conversation. I mean, the quickness, the athleticism that they play with, and I mean some pretty good basketball players as well. So they can all shoot. That's the part that makes them so tough to defend. Is everyone's out there tossing up threes. I say that like it's a negative thing, but they can all they can all make it, and they defend very well and extend. And again, another team that just puts pressure on you in everything that you do. You're never comfortable on the floor.
Well, Johnston thinks they have a pretty good team. You know, you graduate a couple of their best players that they've had in program history to only be back at number one after really not playing a game before Christmas. And they have been as good as advertised. Jada Jomfee, right? Jada's the one that's this year's the player.
Yep.
Her sister graduated. In addition to a freshman, and then you have Anna Gosling. There's some parts there. Johnson Waukee, great game to watch. Will be on Thursday between those two. It could be an all-purple final, and I'm using purple a little liberally there because you could, if you squint hard enough. Waterloo West colors are close to that purple.
Maroon,
more
right?
maroon.
What would you call that? Scarlet? I can't remember exactly
Yeah.
what that color is for Waterloo West. But yeah, they I have not seen the Wallhawks play yet this year. They had a decent football season, so I had a chance to see them play a little bit there. But Tony Pappas, Dr. Pappas, is a guy that you and I grew up watching him coach for Waterloo West up in Northeast Iowa. So the guy has been around for a long time, and 30-plus year career for him, and he still hasn't forgotten how to coach.
They are playing host to Cedar Rapids Kennedy tonight in the girls' side. So the boys are making their way back out onto the court. We'll set some second-half lineups as well as keys for the second half. It's Waukee 35, Centennial 24. We will take a quick break, come back. After this, you're watching high school basketball on CISN.TV.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford. DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the car guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Hi, I'm Chris from Fireplace Superstore. Fall is upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need one of the brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. They're the perfect retrofit for that old wood-burning fireplace that you're not using. You get beautiful flames, you get heat, you get easy operation, and they're all brand new Heat and Glow gas fireplace inserts. Please come see us, Fireplace Superstore, 109th and Douglas in Urbandale.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Centennial back out onto the floor. Waukee already there. Waukee up by 11. Jerron Cruz, one of the last ones to come out. I believe you could call his first half frustrating.
Yeah, and I mean, everybody's frustrated, right, when they play against Waukee. So, especially when you're being defended by somebody 4 or 5 inches taller than you, it's just not often. Jerron Cruz is a big body, listed at 6'1", and built pretty well. So he usually has his way at the point guard spot from a physicality standpoint. Tonight, spent most of the first half defended by Tucker DeVries, 6'7", the guard. I mean, that wears on you, both physically and mentally.
DeVries has his own set of frustrations, only 7 points, a couple of fouls, and a couple of them ticky-tack. Eventually, the shots will fall, and if you're Centennial, you're going, uh-oh.
Well, and that's the thing with Tucker is that he's got teammates surrounding him that just, if one of them has an off night, there's 3 other guys getting their future paid for. So it's that can step up and hit a shot at any given moment.
Centennial will break the shooting and head back into their huddle. Waukee already there. Waukee, let's see here. Let me quick look at the schedule for Centennial. I believe it's Ames on Friday right here. And I think you have that game, so you'll get a chance to see.
I will be right back here, yeah.
Taman Lipsey.
Looking forward. I've not seen him play. I had a game last year, and I believe he was banged up that night and didn't play. So my first time seeing that young man who is much heralded as well.
Well, and the story about him was some of his interest went away because he didn't get a chance to show off this summer. And I don't mean show off, just showcase his talents this summer at some of those tournaments.
He showed that he's a pretty talented quarterback as well on the football field.
Man, he had a good play this season over here, not too terribly far from us, over at Northview, where hopefully they have water tomorrow in the right places.
Already got the message that says they're coming back to school tomorrow, so after a day and a half off for a busted pipe.
It'll be just in time for no school Thursday because of snow or something. It's in the forecast, but not nearly.
Don't need any more of those days.
Yeah, not nearly like last week at this time. All right. Cruz with the basketball. Geron to McAleer. Shuffles his feet, gets in around Ballou, who blocks it. Tipped away, and Price Sanford comes away with it. Tucker DeVries to the corner. Peyton Sanford dials it in.
Well, the third quarter is where Waukee usually flexes their muscle. It's like the first half is kind of a feeling out process, and then the adjustment comes at halftime, and they're able to use their athleticism to blow teams out in the second half.
Aguirre goes down on Ballou. A little too strong. He was expecting contact. Wyatt Heston will be whistled for the foul. He doesn't know what the foul was, but if he had the view that we did, he clearly had made contact.
Sure looked like a foul from here. And, that's one of those, as Leo Aguirre goes baseline, there's really no one there to defend him. But after all the shots that have been altered today, definitely in his head as he goes down low.
Cruz way up, way out, and off. Cruz goes for the steal, gets back. Sanford again. 3, strong. McAleer, the rebound. Aguirre, well, he had the 3, cut it in half in a hurry.
And those are the shots, though, that they have to take right now because everything else getting defended.
McAleer rattles around. Aguirre, the rebound and put back.
Leo not intimidated by anybody down low, goes up, sneaks underneath to get the rebound and puts it back up strong off the glass.
First 2 for Centennial here in the second half. Sanford, Ballou. Heston. The white shirts collapse. Ballou hits the underside of the rim. McAleer looking for a defender in a hurry. Back to Jensen, 3. No. DeVries. Oh, Sanford was trying to go to Ballou on the alley-oop, but he still gets it.
A nice presence of mind to Ballou to regather himself because he was going to end up chucking the ball at the hoop from a long ways away. Able to gather everything underneath him and go up and make the basket.
Cruz rejected by Sanford.
You had 2 or 3 guys at 6'7" protecting the hoop.
And that passes into the front row of the bench.
Waukee got just a little bit cute right there as you had really just a normal fast break, but they tried to get the ball to the wing right away when they had a big numbers advantage at the basket.
I think for Price Sanford, this has got to be fun. Playing with your brother, playing on a team like this. When you got a couple of years of difference, you don't always get to play on the same team. But you have the last couple of years. Nice move into the lane and good for Caden Kelly.
Able to avoid the shot block attempt by Heston. You mentioned with Sanford, 2 brothers playing on the same team. Not the same player. We've seen Peyton has been much more aggressive here tonight. Every once in a while you'll see him, you think that he's just the guy that's going to hang out around the three-point line.
DeVries' shot goes on the back rim, up and over. So it'll be a turnover, and Centennial will have it.
Centennial hanging in there. They haven't allowed Waukee to go on one of those big runs that they go on a lot in the third quarter.
Jensen hard off the glass, and Sanford the rebound.
Again, lets the ball loose a little bit early to avoid getting it blocked.
DeVries coast to coast gets the rebound over McAleer for 2.
Really turned into a pass to himself, coming on the left side, goes back to his right hand, and then catches it on the other side of the basket.
And Cruz is slow to get up.
Well, he tweaked his ankle just a little bit there as he drives in the lane. He's lucky he didn't get called for his 4th foul because he saw the right arm extend quite a bit.
Substitution for Waukee, number 23, Omaha Billieu, and for the Jags, number 24, Chris Lewis.
Aguirre. Omaha Billieu back into the ball game. Lewis, 3 is good.
We've seen Chris Lewis a couple times this year off the bench provide a spark offensively, and that's really that outside shot is what they need tonight to get back in this basketball game.
DeVries, sorry, I'll get it right. Malik Allen's shot, no good. Tucker DeVries.
He started his approach all the way out on the Jaguar logo on the far side of the court after he was hanging out there, swung the ball around, and then skies. I almost was looking for a putback dunk.
Allen lays it in.
He had Omaha Billieu trailing him. I think he was looking for another highlight reel dunk.
I can only be in the top 5 for CISN with 4.
Can we get a top 5 from you tonight?
I'll tell you what, we've seen some good ones. Lewis kicks it to Jensen.
We're referring to the CISN at CISN TV on Twitter. There's a top 5 plays of the week that's been coming out here recently. So it's been a fun little deal to look at, highlight some of the efforts of our great athletes around Central Iowa and some of the great editing efforts as well.
Sanford is fouled by McAleer. And maybe a little competition among announcers. You know, I just can't let Dar Danielson have it all.
Well, I get my shot at play-by-play on Friday night, so I hope I get a couple there.
Well, if Lipsy.
That's true.
And Caroline Waite for Ames. I mean, there's some good – you're going to have a good couple of good games.
I don't know how I can compete with at a buzzer beater the other night from about 2/3 a court away for Ankeny that Trent Condon got to have the call on, and I just, just along for the ride, staying quiet. Didn't want to risk getting my voice on the top 5.
Cruz remains out. They're still kind of talking to him about his ankle. As Sanford hits both free throws. He now has 19 by my mark.
It's one of the best games I've seen him play.
Snyder is fouled, and you talked about the height disadvantage. He showed no fear on that one again.
They're going to discuss, there was definitely contact with the net. No, they're not going to give me extra 2 points. There was definitely contact. I think Billieu coming in and swatted at it late.
Snyder hits the first. And misses the second. 2:38 to go here in the third quarter. Waukee has had flashes of that third quarter run, but Centennial hanging around. Lewis in transition, goes after Billieu, tries to get it to Jensen. McAleer. Snyder. Lots of passing here. Lewis hard foul.
And good patience by Centennial, but really good defensive rotation by Waukee. Still not a great look for Centennial after all what looked like open looks. They kept passing it up. Waukee just keeps rotating, and you're working the defense hard, but when you're as well coached and knowing where everybody's going to be as Waukee is, it's still tough to get a good shot off of that.
Waukee, number 21, Price.
Of course. You mentioned somebody's name.
It's like the bat signal going up.
Yeah, he knows when his name is mentioned.
He who must not be named
He
here.
who must not be named. The free throw is missed, and so Centennial with a chance to get 2 free points there with the clock stopped, can't convert. Heston 3, no. Jensen pushes off Sanford, holds him off, I should say. Snyder. This is a scrappy 5 on the floor for Fontana right now. Lewis, no good. Again, Snyder has his pocket picked by Sanford.
Yeah, Sanford, that little tip from behind. Yeah, you mentioned scrappy, and that's how Centennial's going to have to try to get back in this ball game with scrappiness, because, you know, trying to make it ugly if they can.
Oh, DeVries thought about it, cuts the distance more than in half and lays it in.
What he does a really good job of is up in the air, he's able to avoid the contact of the defender and go around them. Really gives him a way to avoid the offensive foul.
He's just got such good body control. 16-point lead. Timeout after Caden Kelling. Minute 4 left to play here in the third quarter.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Central Bank opened its doors in 1877 and has been proud to call Iowa home ever since. For more than a century, our family-owned business has worked hand in hand with friends and neighbors across the state to make their dreams a reality. Come visit us at our new location on Hickman and Waukee and see how Central Bank can make it happen for you.
Centennial takes a timeout, but what they need to do is play some defense, get a stop. This game isn't over, 14 points, but it is a big mountain to climb.
Every point is so hard. You scratch and claw to get any opportunity you can, even to get a shot up against Waukee. And Centennial going to go to maybe a little trapping look right now.
Blue gets his man in the air and then hammers it home.
That may complete the top 5 for you this week.
And it's just a ho-hummer for Ballou. Snyder 3, no. Yeah! I thought that thing was rolling out. And it fell.
I believe they call that the shooter's touch. Just died on the rim.
And then we have a turnover. Jerron Cruz will check in for the final 21. So Kelling goes out.
They're going to try to free up Cruz for a shot here without the ball in his hand, get him moving around. Watch for him coming off a screen.
Lewis. McAleer. That's Jensen. That's no good. A better look at the basket, but not the one I think they had drawn up. Could have been that Cruz was a decoy in that one.
Yeah, it sure looked like it as he never left the corner.
DeVries gets it in half court. That shot will not count if it goes.
1 quarter remaining.
The final 8 minutes. Waukee in control. here on CISN.
Aggressively, relentlessly. That's what you can always expect, even when faced with the unexpected. It's a service we take seriously, providing comfort in the rain, tools to help you save, a helping hand along the way, and from a safe distance away, delivering the energy you need while going the extra mile. Regardless of the times, our team remains committed to you.
Hi, I'm Joe the Car Guy with Westside Auto. I'm excited to tell you about our new lifetime oil change plan. When you purchase our plan, you'll never have to pay for an oil change again. If you get a different car, simply transfer the plan over. If that car's oil needs are different than your original plan, just pay the difference. It couldn't be simpler. You won't have to worry about inflation or prices going up. Give us a call at Westside Auto Pros to get details on the lifetime oil change plan. And remember, when I say lifetime, I mean your lifetime, not just your car's.
Waukee had a 17-15 third quarter. The problem is Centennial was on the downside of that one. They trail 52-39. Waukee will get the basketball to start the second half, or the fourth quarter, the second half of the second half. DeVries 10-footer, good.
I love watching Tucker play and just the ease of which everything looks that he does it. And right there, again, off the dribble, but the ball never really comes below his neckline. He just doesn't give an opportunity for any defenders to get their hands on it.
Snyder finds the basket.
Well, he got Sanford up in the air, and Sanford didn't need to go up in the air. He's got a pretty good height advantage.
Sanford kicks it. Wyatt Heston, no. Jensen the rebound.
Cruz with limited minutes in that third quarter was still able to get through without having a foul. They're going to need him in this fourth quarter.
Didn't see a lot of Aguirre either in that fourth quarter. Turns the ball over. Sanford. Up ahead to his brother, Price, his first two of the game.
Everybody else on Waukee just kind of hung back as soon as they saw it was those two on the break. And that may make the Sanford top five for the week.
Snyder loses his balance, finds it to Cruz. Dared to take the three and does and hits. Jerron Cruz now with 7.
Took a couple clutches before he finally let it go. Want to see how it was going to get defended. Got himself a nice look.
Lead down to 12. Into the corner, Price Sanford, back-to-back buckets. He's got 5 in a row, 5 for the game. 3 more for the Warriors.
Well, those skip passes that they use just keep forcing the zone defense to be moving constantly for Centennial, and eventually you find yourself with a wide open look.
Loose ball recovered by Waukee. Price. Now Tucker. Ballou. Turnaround. No. Aguirre the rebound. 5:40 to go. Up ahead Snyder. Waits for the defender. Ballou was going to block it, but Heston's going to be whistled for the foul. He took off at the free throw line to block that.
Heston ended up getting him with a body. Yeah, they were both kind of sneaking back there, ready to go up. Snyder giving up a lot of height as he goes in there.
Centennial needed to control the pace of the game. Do you think they've done that?
Well, in spurts, but I mean Waukee just so talented, and Waukee has had. It doesn't take Waukee; they'll go on little runs over a couple minutes, and a 4-0 run here, a 6-0 run there, and just like that, that's where you get to these 15, 16-point leads that Waukee's been having. I guess it's down to 14 right now. My math is horrible, but.
One of the things Coach Ohl thought that Centennial was going to try to do is force some turnovers. Waukee has. It's just been much harder for Centennial to convert. Nice transition bucket there for Waukee.
DeVries has kind of flexed his muscles here in the second half, showing why he's one of the top recruits in the state this year, the top recruit in the state this year.
Jensen, no. Wyatt Heston the board. And then DeVries has his pocket picked. Up ahead, and one for Caden Kelling.
And I think Heston was trying to get out of the way, but just couldn't, Kelling took it right at him, and nothing he could do about it. He just got caught in a tough situation.
At the line will be Caden Kelling.
Lead is 13. Kelly now with 6. On the season, he averages 8 points a game. Haven't heard a lot out of Caden tonight. Misses the free throw, and that was one of the keys that Coach Fontana said, we got to win the free throw line, and tonight Centennial has struggled.
And they're on the season up until last week, they were a very good shooting team.
Cruz, 3-on-2. Kick to McAleer.
And McAleer went straight to the corner. They weren't going to be collapsing things on the run out.
Oh, Cruz beats his man, and he'll go to the line. Now that there's more fans back in the stands, we can't understand the coaches as easy as we used to.
I can still understand them. Can understand some fans in front of us. Some frustration here a little bit lately, which is always fun to, when you don't have a dog in the fight, to kind of hear what the perspective is from everybody else.
Cruz misses the front end of the 1-and-1. The team fouls are 7-1 in favor of Centennial. So Waukee whistled for 7 fouls. And as friends of ours who are officials will tell you, Andy, it's not that we're not supposed to call fouls that are even. If the other team's not fouling, they're not fouling.
Well, and this is one of the reasons right there. You see Tucker on the pull-up. That's what Waukee does, a lot of the pull-ups. In the first half, I felt like they were trying to get at the basket more, but here in the second half, it's a lot more pull-up shots. So and Centennial on the other end is really driving and taking the ball at the basket.
Kelling misses. Malik Allen is fouled by Cruz.
Good help by Sanford coming over on the help side defense really to alter that shot.
I don't know when that actually works for the player to try to pick that one, but
Centennial takes a 30-second timeout.
Centennial take a timeout as Cruz picks up foul number 4 at the 3:38 mark. Well, so now we did hear, and I did check the schedule. Roosevelt is going to come play. They'll play Centennial on Thursday. That's only going to be a boys' game. I think they said sophomores and then varsity. So
that Roosevelt Centennial girls game would be quite an interesting matchup, I would think.
It would be. They are playing. They are playing late, or they were to play on the 26th. And the girls, they're not rescheduling as of now, but there is one now scheduled for the 13th. So it could be, not sure why they split that one off. Malik Allen with it, out of the timeout. 63-48, Sanford. Boxes his defender down, backs him down. His first 2 points here of the fourth quarter now with 21.
It's about as good as defense as Brock Jensen can play on the much taller Sanford, but Sanford, great body control, can feel where that defender is and finds himself at the hoop.
The lead is 17. Cruz to Kelling. McAleer not even getting a good chance to get an open look. Cruz. McAleer looks his guy off to the right, comes back to the left for 3.
We get enough rotations, and then eventually a guy fakes the rotation. And McAleer with one of the very few open looks he's had tonight.
In fact, it's his only 3 points. Ballou. Allen. And the ball's thrown away. Trying to go to Bryce Sanford.
Centennial not backing down, just continue to put pressure on the ball. They just won't go away. I mean, Waukee has been in control, but Centennial just hanging right around. That a little bit of a run here could make things interesting.
2:28 to go as we approach 9 o'clock here on a Tuesday night. Stolen, well, more like I'm in the middle of the passing lane, Peyton Sanford. Price, no good. Rebound, Kelling. Pulls up, 15-footer, makes it look easy. Kelling now with 8. Timeout, minute 59, Centennial with life.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Iowans know that winter means snow, ice, and freezing temps. Severe weather can make the roads downright dangerous. Truck Equipment Incorporated has the toughest work equipment that can stand up to the harshest conditions. Look for Western brand snowplows, quality you can count on. Buy new or utilize our repair services. We'll order new parts for same-day pickup or delivery. And now you can shop from home with our virtual showroom. Go to truckequipment.com today.
Caden Kelling, 4 points here in the fourth quarter. That's half of his point total. He has 8, a tick under 2 minutes to play in this contest. Waukee inbounds it after the made bucket and the timeout.
Yeah, Centennial putting a lot of pressure on the ball now.
Ballou running the floor. McAleer is whistled for the foul.
Well, they've got a lot to give.
Yeah. Ballou is saying something to Sanford there, whether he was looking for help.
And that's why you don't see Jerron Cruz in the game right now, because they're going to be out, fouling to try to lengthen up this game now.
Number 25, Brock Jensen, his third, team 4.
The official and Peyton Sanford having some words there after that. I'm not sure if Sanford said something or. So we don't need any more of that.
Peyton Sanford averages 20 points a game. He's got 21. Tucker DeVries averages 19.1. He's got 19 points. So this is a game of averages right now. So if the averages go on the free throw side, Waukee is 76.6% from the free throw line. Those are tough averages to.
Well, and Waukee averages, 71 points a game, and with a few free throws, you're going to see them right there at that as well.
Yeah. But now Centennial can't get a whistle. Finally, Ballou is.
Charge number 4, Kyle McAleer, his third, team 6.
Ballou is a different looking player than he was a year ago, you know?
He's built more, plays with much more confidence. He's not the long, gangly type of player out on the court. And that's not who Centennial wanted to foul. You heard it from Coach Fontana right away as soon as they fouled DeVries. No, it's not who they wanted.
At the line, shooting a 1-1, Tucker DeVries.
Good teams know, just get it to your good free throw shooter at this point because you know that's what they're trying to do.
Well, and you look at the guys on the court, you've got some great free throw shooters out there for Waukee.
Missed the front end and then almost got the rebound and then almost the steal. McAleer with it. Centennial down by 12. McAleer's 3 from the corner. No good. Rebound, Peyton Sanford. Now he puts a move on as we approach a minute. Waukee's just going to play keep away.
1 minute remaining.
And Sanford's not going to be real crazy about getting rid of the basketball. He knows they don't want to foul him. And they finally do. Oh, they're going to call a travel.
I see it. I mean, he was down on a knee and then went to stand up. There was contact after that, but that was the right call in that situation.
So still a 12-point deficit. And Kelling is blocked. I think that was Price, Sanford, that got that block. Up ahead, Ballou. They cannot convert on the alley-oop, and that one is a turnover. Trying to go for a little showtime there.
That would have got you. Would they have made a concession
7.
and let you have a top 6 or 7 this week?
Yeah. 43 seconds. Lewis kicks it to no one. Is he fouled?
No foul
No
call.
foul.
They
said he lost control,
Yep.
so it's a turnover. Sanford. Final 30 seconds here. He's going to be fouled up by Lewis.
Well, and once he starts, he kind of forces the issue, which is a smart move on his part. Once he puts his hands around the ball and kind of brings the elbows around, forces Centennial to grab it. Like, he's not just going to let him sit there and peck away at him. He becomes defensive on it, and a nice move, veteran move by Sanford.
And he converts that free throw. Now at 22. Happenberg and Kelderman come in.
Numbers 4, Kate Kelderman, 11, Blake Happenberg.
And that free throw is good.
Also for the Warriors, number 3, Justin Johnson.
Lewis picks it up after rolling it up the court. The 3 in transition is good. 10 for Lewis. Clock still moving. Foul of Kelderman by Kelly.
Centennial does just enough to keep it interesting here at the end of the game.
At the line shooting in 1-1 will be Cade Kelderman.
As you mentioned, Andy, the scoring offense for Waukee, 70.9. They are going to get very, very close. Centennial averaging 73 points. So they're held a little better defensive effort tonight on them. Kelderman converts on both. And then a foul by Cade with 16 and a half.
I think it was one of those that may have been let go, but he took a big swipe at him there and just extends this game out even longer.
We've seen that tonight a couple of times.
Yeah.
Girls game, big old swats. Probably didn't need to be as Lewis misses the front end of the free throws. You think they'll shoot free throws in practice this week? That would be the old way of thinking of it. There's so much more of the game, and you're not going to change it in a practice. 4 seconds, 3. Waukee is going to win this one tonight. 69. 56.
Anthony Centennial 56. Thank you for coming out on this beginning of a frigid
17-point equal fourth quarter. We'll recap the scoring after this quick timeout. Waukee wins. Totals in a moment.
35 years in the automotive industry, I had the opportunity to build on the American dream, just like Henry Ford did over 100 years ago.
Introducing the all-new DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Like Ford Motor Company, we're a family-led business guided by our core values of hard work, trust, honesty, and integrity.
People drive to Indianola to buy Fords.
The all-new DeArmond Ford, DeArmondFord.com.
Built for America, sold by DeArmond Ford Indianola.
Hi, I'm Joe the car guy with Westside Auto. Without question, the COVID-19 pandemic created many disruptive changes in our lives. Some of us got sick, jobs and income were compromised, it was difficult to even spend time with family and friends. But one thing hasn't changed, and that's Westside Auto Pro's commitment to quality service, and that will never change. We're here to make sure you get maximum performance and reliability from your vehicle. So as we all move forward, keep Westside Auto Pros in mind. You've been through enough. We'll make sure your car is the least of your worries.
Hi, I'm Chris with Fireplace Superstore. Fall's upon us and fireplace season is here, and you need a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. These are ideal for your new construction project, for your remodeling project, or for removing your old wood-burning fireplace and replacing it with a new Heat and Glow high-efficient gas direct vent. Come see us today at Fireplace Superstore, 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Waukee wins by 13. Malik Allen had 4 for the Warriors. Cade Kellerman 2 on free throws at the end of the game. Blake Pappenberg 3. 19, Tucker DeVries. 23, Peyton Sanford. 5, Price Sanford. 11, Omaha Ballou. 3, Wyatt Heston for a total of 69 points. Centennial, 7 from Jerron Cruz. 3 from Colin McAleer. No Derek Smith tonight. Didn't see him at all. Caden Kelling, 8, 5 for Jackson Snyder, 10 for Chris Lewis, Brock Jensen, 7, and 10 for Leo Aguirre. Didn't see Leo much in the fourth quarter. Really didn't, you saw Chris Lewis and Jackson Snyder tonight, good minutes off the bench.
They're both very aggressive getting after the basket, and part of the reason for Centennial to get a lot of free throw opportunities tonight.
Centennial will play Thursday against Roosevelt and then Friday against Ames, whereas Waukee will play Johnston on Thursday and then Abe Lincoln on Friday. So a lot of basketball ahead in a short amount of time as we're crossing that home stretch.
Got a lot of making up to do right now. All the games missed before Christmas due to COVID at a lot of places, and then weather has come in at inopportune times and may come in at an inopportune time again on Thursday. We got some cold weather coming in. Oof. Welcome to Iowa in February.
Hug and kiss your loved ones. Stay warm, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, Andy. Always appreciate it.
Absolutely. Fun night.
I did try to take a breath now and again for you. Once, twice. Waukee, a doubleheader winner. The boys win, so do the girls. So long from Ankeny Centennial High School. Thanks for watching this broadcast on CISN.